value,
Don't talk.
don't talk. When Zach hits you with the don't talk, don't talk.
we're gonna show you an intro video, and when that happens, just watch the TV screen because you're gonna love the intro, and then don't talk. But we also need to give them a headset. Oh, it's already started off. All right, just put those on when the intro starts. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with a special guest today, Wix Patton. You might know him as an artist. You might know him as a kid from Landmark. You might know him as tight end from UGA football. I just know him as the kid that made me quit basketball in high school. So
What?
all right, I was talking to Jack Patterson, and I was like, "Yo, we might have Wix Patton on the pod," and I was really excited. And he was like, "Are you sure? Like, wasn't he the reason you quit?" And it reminded me that you kind of were the reason I quit.
How come?
All right, so
Man, that's bad.
you remember when we went to that Birmingham camp at Landmark?
Yes.
You were getting started over me the whole time, and I got coined defensive specialist at the camp because I was just stealing. I was cookies
That's
from
fire.
everybody that went over the half court.
That's fire.
And I said, you know what? This kid's way too tall. I'm never going to be anything. I'm just going to quit basketball. So.
But we played different positions, though.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I think you were like a 4, right?
Yeah, you played like a shooting guard, and Zach
So what
played
that
on the
got to
bench.
do with me then? What did I do?
You crushed my spirits.
Why am I the trauma
He
guy?
said because you were younger, but you were getting the starting time.
You crushed my
I see.
spirits too, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do something that Wix would never be able to do. And I said, I'm going to become a rapper.
And now
look at you.
Crush that
my
dream.
You
God,
SOB.
You're hilarious, man.
when I think of Wix, back when we were... What year did you graduate?
2017.
So that was 2 years younger than you? You were 15?
Yeah, I was 15.
So when I knew you, you were in 8th grade, and I was a senior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you were playing JV basketball in 8th grade.
Yes.
All right, I remember one practice early on of that year, and I was like, I don't know what you were doing. You were young, and you're in 8th grade, and I don't remember if you were bitching about a drill or something, messing around with your friends, and I said, hey, Wix, quit being a pussy. And you said, I'm not being a pussy. You're in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, this is Wix, guys. He's not a pussy.
Yeah.
And then,
That's all it takes, guys. That's all it takes.
yeah. And then we were
I feel
boys.
like John and his friends had some ruthless nicknames for people, but then once they got coined, like if they were cool enough with it, it was like there was a kid named Bacon.
Nah, what was Peyton Hayes' nickname?
Meat. He was
Meat.
I don't remember how Peyton got that name.
I don't want to be meat, bro. I don't want to be meat. I don't know. I would be like, damn, I don't want to take that with me.
That was just sup meat. That's
Sup, meat? That's kind of a classic.
Unless a girl gave him that nickname, then that'd be pretty smooth. You know what I mean?
Well, I think God B used to call him Country Club, and I thought he was saying
Meat.
like like a club sandwich. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then somehow just got Turkey Club, and then it just turned into meat.
All right.
And then I was just sup meat.
All right,
That's
let's go
creative.
intro.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night. Ain't no doubt we about to watch one movie night. Turn it on. Gotta get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. 'Cause movie nights are always the best of times. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching. Got to keep on watching, and that we do, folks.
That we do.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, that was amazing, bro. What an intro. Can we get an applause for the intro, man? That was awesome.
And
So
me and
our
Zach,
cousin
me and
Ava-
Zach sang that song. So we also...
If you can't tell, we're really good with parody songs. We could be
Yeah.
like the next brother
Lonely
Weird Al
Island?
Yankovic.
Yeah,
Weird
I
Al
like
is
that
great,
better.
yeah.
Does Lonely Island do parodies?
That's all they do.
I'm trying to think
No,
of
they're
Jack in the
not
Box
doing
is not a
parodies.
parody.
They're just funny. They just
Yeah,
make funny
they just make
songs.
their
Yeah,
own
we can do
song.
the same thing with that.
Yeah,
But
they make
we're
original
Weird
funny
Al.
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean,
Well, that's gonna be
That
stuck in my head for
movie?
the next month. Movie night.
shout out
Movie night.
shout out Alan McDuffie.
Oh,
We
yeah.
always shout out. Do you have like a number one fan?
Yeah, you know your number one fan?
Because ours is a guy named Alan McDuffie.
I definitely have some really like ride or die supporters.
Yeah.
Like I've had some supporters like tattoo my name, tattoo lyrics.
No.
Yeah,
Tattoo?
I've had tattoo me. I've had a lot of amazing supporters, like people that have gone really hard for me. So
How does it make you feel getting your name tattooed?
amazing. It was so.
You don't
cool,
think it's a
man.
little weird?
When does it get too far? Like your face?
Nah, because someone got my initials on their face.
Whoa!
No, your face on their body.
Yeah. I mean, they got a picture of me with a ski mask on for one of my concerts. The first concert they seen me,
That
they got
could
me
be
tatted on their leg. Their shit right here.
Yeah. How do you know it's you?
That could be anyone.
Because she showed the video of me performing, and then she got the exact same me with all my tattoos on my legs and the exact same ski mask I had on. So
Holy
it's
cow.
me.
Yeah.
Like the exact same like look.
That's a super
and everything.
fan.
These people, they're just amazing, man. And
Dude, that's
I don't
me.
take it in a weird way. I take it as an honor because y'all know I'm flooded with tattoos. I don't know if you've seen me, but I'm completely covered with tattoos.
You have tattoos?
Well, what I mean is, right, I got like a lot of tattoos that are commemorative to people I respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like a ton of people. Even if I just work with somebody, I love them a lot. I might just get a tattoo that represents like something that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Means something to me that they did just to show love. So to me, it's just nothing but respect. And I appreciate it so much, you know?
Let's dive into the tattoos. What was the first tattoo?
It was this one, man.
Oh, you went straight on the arm.
Straight
The
on my
microphone?
whole arm, color, and everything.
So
man.
when you got that one, you were like, my parents are going to know.
No, it was really bad because my dad told me that if I got a tattoo, because this was right after I stopped doing music, I was living at home, or stopped doing football.
Yeah.
Right when I stopped doing football, I dropped out, and I was like, all right, I lived at home for a little bit, and he was like, if you get a tattoo, you have to get all your stuff and go. And I was just, the night before I played my biggest show of my whole life, it was at UGA at an event called Shower Cap. There was like thousands of kids there, and I got to perform, and I was just feeling so alive, and I was like, man, like I can really be an artist. This is what I can really do, you know? And I wanted something that I could look at every day and like have that, I gotta take the headphones off. That could
Yeah,
represent,
it's exhausting.
that could represent me, you know what I'm saying? That I
Yeah,
could look
yeah.
at and be like, oh yeah, like I'm doing this and people could see it. And I was tired of being introduced to somebody who like used to be a football player. They're like, oh, you used to play on the football team. But I had just done a show.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to put out music and prove that like I could be a legitimate artist that people listen to.
So that leads me to a question. Like, I know you were making music with Collier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like prior to this experience
Yeah.
with the SEC championship or whatever it was,
Rose Bowl, right?
In high school, we were making music, yep.
So Rose Bowl, were you ready for this? Were you like thinking
No.
like this was your moment?
No,
when
I
you
was
got...
terrified. Like I was horrified. Like I had like full of anxiety because basically at first we go to this comedy club and guess who came on after? Like Theo Vaughn, Chris
Where you
D'Elia.
were?
Yes, they came on to
right
perform.
after you freestyle.
Yes, because they came to perform. Theo Vaughn was the first one that went on because they came to like, you know, perform for the UGA team before the
Yeah.
Rose Bowl, and they did Alabama or they did Oklahoma also. So for us, we're in there. We just had free time, and we have a bunch of like funny ass characters. Like imagine all the class clowns, like the top ones at every school.
Yeah.
That's what the football team was. These guys just happen to be athletes. So everyone's on stage freestyling. Somehow they got the audio guy playing beats, and they're just like literally up there freestyling. So I'm just sitting there quietly. And one of my friends at the time, Stetson, we were both freshmen, like, you know, walk-on.
You were boys with
walk-ons.
Stetson?
Yeah, we went on, like, spring breaks together. Lofton would go with us and stuff.
Jeez.
So I'm sitting there quietly, and my little friend group knew I could rap because I would
Yeah.
freestyle all the time in front of them because I could do it, but no one really knew it.
Yeah.
So they were like, hey, does anybody else want to come up here and rap before, you know, we go ahead and wrap it up? And my friend's like, Wix Patton! Wix! And everybody's like, so people are like, what? So people just start joining in and everybody just starts chanting it. I'm freaking the fuck out because I have like long hair. I had no tattoo. I was just like the shy tight end just trying to fucking work my way up. I hadn't been rapping. I had taken down all my music. I was trying to like create like a new beginning for myself.
Yeah.
Because music didn't work out and I was kind of humiliated and I was... Really, that's what I'm saying. I used to make music with Collier and them, and when it didn't work out, I used to be watching and supporting all of them, and it used to kill me inside because I was like, I want to be an artist. I want to be doing the same thing. But I was just like, you know, obviously God gave me this opportunity with football. Maybe this is what my life's supposed to be. So with all that happening, man, I go up there to freestyle because they're like, Wix, if you don't come up here, we're going to tell Coach Smart you were late for curfew. And everybody's like, oh. So I fucking walk my ass up there. I'm like 255. I'm like,
Dude, you're huge.
yeah, so I go up there, I grab the mic, they played Mask Off by Future, I think it was, or it was like Roll in Peace by Kodak, and I just freestyled for like 2 minutes straight and ripped it.
Yeah.
And people were just going nuts, hyping me up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey! So after that, I walk off, and then Roquan Smith, he ran back on stage and was like, nah, Wix, you gotta do that again. This time everybody gotta videotape this.
Yeah.
So I went back up there.
That was your second take.
Second take, and so then the first one was crazy, but then the second one, Jake Fromm, all the starters are in the front, Nick Chubb, Sony Michelle, and they had their phone cameras out. They're watching me like this. So I'm like, I'm freaking out. It's crazy, right? But I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay, here we go. I gotta kill this. And as soon as the beat came on, I guess God knew that was supposed to be like my way of finally getting some notice and enough energy to take it seriously, because I just blacked out and just ripped a whole freestyle again for like 3 minutes, and then just handed the mic and like the whole place went nuts. And then Theo Vaughn came on and called me the White Migos. And so he called me the White Migos. So then we took the clips that we had, posted it on Twitter. I had my friend who was also like a walk-on. He had like 200 followers on Twitter. I just didn't want to post it myself, I guess, because I was embarrassed. I was like, bro, can you post this and just put White Migos? And he posted on Twitter. I showed it to some of my teammates that had a lot of followers on the team. I was like, look how crazy this is. They retweeted it. The next thing you know, like an hour later, it had like 100,000 views, and then it had like close to 1 million, and then different blogs were posting it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's finally happening. Like I was getting notifications, I was like, okay, bet. So that made me have the confidence to get in the studio, and some other starters on the team brought me in and were like, yo, come freestyle with us, come kick it with us this weekend. So I went, started kicking it with like a lot of like new friends that were like kind of accepting me for who I was, because at the time I was honestly like, that around that time in the season I was really like depressed, because me and my friends weren't really getting along and they didn't really understand me, and I just was like really depressed, man. I was like drinking all the time in the shower, like fucking cutting myself, doing all this stupid stuff, right? Because I was just like mad depressed and confused, because I was like, I finally made it to Georgia and this is everything I ever wanted, and I was like getting clowned in the locker room by people who were like my peers, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't necessarily like the frat boy type model. I was still kind of figuring out everything, you know what I'm saying? And so it was crazy then when that happened, because then people started knowing me as like this rapper and they were giving me respect.
So it was like the UGA lifestyle after this rap like significantly different? Or
yeah, it was a lot different, because it was like I started getting embraced by different people that probably maybe wouldn't have given me a chance, that like started to want to give me a chance to know me, and through that it allowed me to be comfortable with expressing myself. And it was just an amazing experience.
How long was it before, like, so how many months or years was it after the video to like when you dropped out? Like I dropped out too, it's not like
no, it's all good. So it wasn't until my sophomore season, because it was amazing, because you know I was making music. I did the EP with Collier. We did a mixtape, and we got clowned by everybody. I didn't care. Like we got to put out music, and it meant the most to us. So me not doing that and then having the video go viral, you said for me to drop out. So I started putting out music and using the leverage that people actually cared that I was rapping, because I was a UGA football player. So they're like, I'm hitting up my homies that know how to work the Twitter backend, and they're teaching me how to like come up with clickbait posts that make people want to tap in. So it's like UGA football player freestyles at the Rose Bowl, and it goes viral. So then all these different people are posting it. I'm learning how to do marketing. And so through that, it finally starts popping off, and I put out my song 100 Miles. It popped off. I put out an EP with one of my teammates, and it did well. Cole Hardman, who like caught the winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, he like tweeted out my music, and it was just crazy, because through that, people actually finally cared to listen to my music. So that gave me the courage to like put out music and have people that supported me and managed me. And for the first time, I had people that actually like cared about what I was doing musically. So that was enough for me to go hard. And then once I started getting a lot of recognition on 100 Miles, I was making money, and the NCAA contacted the compliance at UGA and said, like, you know, like, he's violating the rules. And so they told me that if I wanted to keep playing, I needed to go ahead and take down the music and the things that I was doing.
Oh, wow.
And so I was just like, okay, I'm going to finish out the season. And I just, you know, I could have just kept playing and probably waited a little bit, kept doing music, gone under an alias or did something different. But like for me, who always wanted to do music, the fact that it was finally working, and I had people who cared, I was like, maybe I should just like go all in. And so I just dropped out, and like I was like, you know, like people go to college to like get educated about their field and go and like have the credentials to go and do what they want to do. And
I don't think college is about education at all.
It's just I was like, I need to go out there and really like put in the work and like go out there and do what I need to do as an artist and to like be somebody that people listen to, and people won't just listen to me for my story. So that was kind of my mindset.
I was wondering if that was the turning point for when you decided to pursue music full time.
Yeah.
How many news channels were you on because of that? I was scrolling your Instagram. I was like, damn. He was on like
I was on like ABC,
Was it
CBS, NBC. I was on Fox Live.
After that thing went viral, he was on like several different news
Yeah,
channels.
I got it.
They're bagging those little situations, but that's beast.
Well, what happened is I worked with a publicist who reached out to me through. I got interviewed on a radio station called 680 The Fan. They do like the Braves and stuff, and so through that interview, I met this guy connected me to a publicist who works for like a bunch of different like NBA players and ex-NFL players. So like Champ Bailey, people like that. And just kind of helps connect them with different things for, you know, whatever they want to do, charity or news. You know, that's what publicists do. They just help get your story and chop it out. So basically I just got with him and, you know, he believed in me and wanted to work with me. And we just really worked on my story. And then he pitched it out. And, you know, fortunately, every single news, like, channel that we reached out to wanted to interview me. Yeah. So it was just a crazy experience. Do you still work with
that publicist today?
He actually like went into a different industry and then now he's just back in the field. So I want to work with him, but man, it costs a lot of money to work with a publicist.
Yeah,
so
really?
I gotta just, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, yeah, it was a great opportunity for me and it just like taught me a lot about media training and learning how to do interviews and learning how to like not say certain things and say the right things and just say things that are digestible to where people understand you, you know what I mean? And not get misconstrued or whatever it is. So I've been thankful for all the experiences.
Yeah, you mentioned your song 100 Miles. That one has like 1.5 million streams on Spotify. What thing in your music career are you most excited, like most proud of?
Thank you for saying that. That's fire. I didn't even think about it having that many plays.
I would say like so. Also, before you get into this,
I was like, damn, that one's got.
There's like clips that me and John
million.
will have that like I'm like, this is the funniest clip of all time,
Yes.
and it's at least funny to me. But like, there's also like a song that you have that you're like,
why'd that underperform?
I would have definitely thought.
What's your
that would've
favorite?
done it.
So like, okay, so for example, right, 100 Miles, I was super afraid to put it out at the time because I was putting out rap songs. I was playing football at UGA, and that's like a song talking about like a relationship, you know what I'm saying? And so it's more of like an emotional song. It's on guitars and it's got like Latin drums. So it's not something that people typically hear where it's like alternative, but it's got like a Latin type of move to it. So I don't know, man. I was working with this producer, Steve Hibicki. He did 17 versions of 100 Miles until we got the version he liked the best. And he was just like, man, put it out, like do it. And so I put it out there and it caught some recognition. People actually liked it. I couldn't believe it. And then this label wanted to fly me out to Beverly Hills to shoot my first music video.
Oh, yeah.
So we shot it there, and that was just a crazy experience. But yeah, I was really proud of that. I appreciate you bringing that up. And it's just been cool because that, for some reason, that song has stayed consistently getting like a few hundred plays every day. And I don't know. Shout out to all the people out there that are playing it and all the people that have added it to playlists. And it's just
since
been
it's
really
your
cool.
most popular, typically if I'm showing, I'm like, yeah, this guy, I know him. And
But to what you were saying, right? Like I've put out so much more music since then. That's the first song I put out under my name, Wix Patton.
Yeah.
So like I put out tons of music with the label, with money behind it, with radio support, with marketing, with music videos that were like, you know, probably cooler concept that I've not come close to views with that. You know what I'm saying?
What's the song?
And so it's like the song that I feel like would have done the best, and it's still growing, is John Wicks. I feel like that song is just so dope. I feel like the music video is crazy. It's my most popular music video.
Yeah.
But I feel like that song, I'm surprised it's not
It
bigger.
didn't pop off as much as you wanted
Yeah,
it to.
it's got like a couple hundred on Spotify, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess it's just like, man, for me, I got to do artist development, so I made a lot of songs, and a lot of them haven't came out. And because I went through as being a signed artist, every single song that they pick to put out, you know, and put money behind, you want to pick the right one. So if you have like 100, 200 songs, all these songs are just waiting, and I'm still trying to get them out there. So like independent artists, they just drop whenever you drop.
Well, you'll hear stories about people that will be like, at least like people that post videos and like, let's just say TikTok. And they'll be like, yeah, just post everything, because like the one that you don't think is
Yeah.
gonna pop off will be the one that like takes you the furthest.
Yeah.
And,
So where are
like,
you signed?
People wait for the right time, you know what I'm saying? And then they sometimes can wait too long, and you
Is
never
there
know.
any right time?
The right song can hit at the right time, and you just do the right marketing, or people hear it and they love it, or it gets picked for TV shows. Like syncing and licensing has been game changing for me. My song, so I was signed to Big Ump Records, still work with them. And for syncing and licensing, I work with 101 Bleed. And so, like, they basically take your music and they shop it out for video games, movies, TV shows, commercials,
Oh,
and try to
GTA
get
6
songs
would be
placed.
sick.
So I got my song "Why" placed on the first ever virtual reality Madden football game.
Yeah.
It's like the one that Lamar Jackson's in the commercial and stuff. So like, you know, you get there, you set hike, and you're like looking around the VR headset, throw it. My song plays like when you go in the locker room to pick your team and stuff like that.
That's
Yeah.
badass.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
sick.
that's like I've gotten that placement, and I've gotten some other ones, but I've been able to see from little things like that, and that was a big thing. But like they get you tons of Shazam, so it introduces your song for life to people. So like imagine your song is in a killer movie.
Right.
Like people will sometimes see a
Oh,
movie
boom.
and the
I
song
love
is
Shazam.
amazing, and then you're like, yo, I remember in that movie. So then that song is a moment for life. So it's
Yeah.
like movie placements, all those things are game changer. But yeah, I signed like 4 months after dropping out of college. And I always knew how important it was being like an athlete. We played on sports teams and stuff like that. Like I knew I had to have a team
Yeah.
behind me, and
We played on sports team for a second.
When did you start playing football? I didn't even know you played. Next thing you know, you were on George's football team.
bro, I freaking
Yeah,
I
how'd
didn't-
you do that?
I didn't
Yeah,
make
everybody
the
gets
team.
back
I didn't
that
make
big.
the team in football
Did
in
you cheat?
8th grade in public school,
Yeah.
and was humiliated. I didn't make the basketball team 7th or 8th grade.
This is
So-
Michael Jordan's story.
No, but listen, no, I'm being for real. Ask anybody. I didn't make the team in 7th and 8th grade in basketball. Couldn't run track. I didn't have the grades. I did it in 8th grade. Football didn't make the team. I was the only 8th grader that didn't make the team in my school. Was humiliated. Was freaking embarrassed as hell. So I left my school and was like, let me go and try to like do something for myself, and went to Landmark, bro, and was like, I want to like meet new people. I went to a church camp. Y'all are gonna think this is crazy. And I seen that boy Mason Mahaffey worshiping by himself, and I saw him the whole trip, and he was doing his thing. He didn't give a fuck about nobody, and was just like, I seen how he was as a person. I admired him, and that made me want to go to Landmark also. Mason Mahaffey did.
That's beautiful.
So shout out to that boy. And so
I hope Mason Mahaffey's doing good.
Me
I haven't
too,
thought about
bro.
Mason Mahaffey.
He's
I hope
awesome.
he's listening to
I
this. I
hadn't
hadn't
heard that name in a long
Yeah.
I
time.
love that kid so
me
much.
too,
It's a
bro.
great
So
story.
went to Landmark, and that's why it bummed me out to hear you say that. I know you were joking, but like for me, dead ass, like I know
What
what it was
happened
like.
to you happened to him.
Bro, it happened to me in the worst way, bro. I swear I was like balling. Like me and my homie, right? We both go there like 6:30 in the morning to see who makes the team. Me and him walk up. He's like, yes! He walks in, he makes the team, and I didn't make the team. I just bawled my eyes out, sat in the car for an hour with my dad, and then went to school.
You know what
Watched
it
everybody in their jerseys, everybody's flaunting it. I'm at every summer workout. Everybody knows I'm playing, but I'm not on the team.
Yeah.
So that was like humiliating. I was there for the entire ride, the entire hard work part, but then it's like, let's put on the jerseys and play. You're not good enough. Sorry, buddy. He told my dad, he's like, yeah, he's going to be a really great dad one day. He's just not really an athlete. He just don't really got it.
One day.
He had a
Sure
meeting
said
with my
rap.
dad. So that was what drove me. I went to Landmark with like wanting to make it. Y'all remember Davis Bitterfield?
Yeah.
Davis Benefield.
He made the 7th and 8th grade team at my school, and I didn't. So like we went to
Yeah,
Landmark.
but you sucked.
We went to we went to Landmark together, and then like you seen, it was just like about like.
How'd
There
you
wasn't
make-
a lot of player favorites. Coach Mack don't got no kids, and of course Micah, but he deserved everything he got. He was a baller.
Micah was a baller.
But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is there was no like coach's son opportunity where we were at. At least like nobody was getting no leverage for that. Like
Oh, we were the
at.
coach's son for a
Yeah,
second.
that was our problem. We got that in middle school. Once we got to
Yeah,
high
we
school,
were.
there was
But
no
you know what
coaches.
I'm saying? At high school though, at least from what my knowledge of being there
John
was.
was a hooper.
John was a fucking baller, but you were good too, bro. And you sell yourself short,
Yeah.
bro. Don't listen to this
Oh,
guy.
I know,
This
no,
guy had a
no.
fucking crazy shot, and so did
Wix,
John.
I thought I was phenomenal. That was the problem. 'Cause you kept getting my minutes, bro. And that's
But,
what,
bro, I
called Coach White. It was around Thanksgiving time,
Yeah.
and I called Coach White and I said, "Hey, Coach, I gotta talk to you for a second." And I said, "I think I'm gonna quit the team." And he was all distraught. And then at that point, I started like tearing up. He wasn't crying, but I was crying. He was fine.
You were hilarious, bro.
But he was like, listen, man, I don't know if this is the right decision, but if that's what you want to do, then that's okay. And then I'm just like tearing up behind the phone. And I was like, yeah, I think this is what I want to do. And then I don't really regret it, but I don't know. I just couldn't have. Collier was starting before me. Wix
Collier was so good,
I said,
though.
you know what? Collier was a baller.
And you have to understand,
is one of
Collier's
the best.
being bullied by Jackson and to be a good basketball player. I'm just
I don't
kidding.
even think
Jackson was a
Collier.
stud.
I'm 100% joking. They've always been good since they were
I don't
kids.
think Collier wanted to be a basketball player.
He did
He made
until, but you know what's
off of Jackson.
But you know what's crazy though
troll.
too? Yeah, that is funny. But he was a baller, and like me and him started doing music at the same time. Like, well, I was writing music growing up and stuff like that, but was like real quiet about it and stuff. But like me and him both decided like let's both rap. Like let's do this.
Yeah.
Like really, and we even called Joey, and Joey was rapping with us, and then we did this song together. And he rapped over the phone. I think we laughed at him, and then that made him say "fuck this." And then yeah, he's in the NFL. So he's laughing at all of us
Yeah,
now.
you guys actually got like a solid squad.
But we have a great friend group. So
I mean, like even like as like a year at Landmark,
yeah,
like y'all
man.
have a
Thank
very
you.
impressive year. As I don't know what you did, Don Payne.
He was a year older than me.
Yeah,
But
you
Donald
didn't do
Payne's
nothing.
awesome, such a good guy.
You didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Our
I'm
year
doing
didn't do
just
anything.
fine.
No, I'm
Y'all
not,
are killing it.
not us personally. I'm saying our year didn't do anything. I can't think
Bees
of
is
anyone.
famous.
Beezy is famous.
Beezy's
Beezy's got the UGA podcast.
You seen
should've been
that?
On that?
No, what is that?
Brooks has like a.
Oh yeah, I know about Brooks Austin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
like interviews some pretty big people at.
He
Georgia
talks
as
to Kirby
well.
Smart. He
But
does
speaking
interviews.
That's
of your-
awesome. He deserves it. He's great. He's
Speaking
always,
of
he's
your
always a good guy.
parents, there was one time the situation happened when I was in high school, and this was for my senior prom.
Yeah.
So around senior year, around the end, I mean, sorry, mom and dad, but like this is when I started like dabbling with weed,
Yeah.
and then I stopped smoking a while ago. But like there was a moment where I dabbled, then I got really into it, then I stopped, then I got really anxious.
That's the progression.
yeah, so,
that's what it'll do. It'll make you anxious. That's
I
for
know.
sure.
I hate the anxiety, so I was like, you know what, this
Yeah.
isn't for me.
That's good.
But anyway, so I smoke a little bit of the marijuana, and I go to get my suit fitted with a couple of my friends. Like I drive with one of my buddies, and I go to the suit fitting in Peachtree City, and I'm sitting there in the like lobby of this place, and your mom's there, and I'm like in that like days where it's like.
You're baked.
It's almost like there's like a fan going, you know, where it's
Yeah.
like, and you're really not paying attention to anything anyone's saying, but you're there.
Yeah.
So your mom turns to me and she says, what college you going to, Zach?
No.
Really?
She said.
No, I know. And I said, Kennesaw State University. And she just looks at me with just utter confusion.
Why?
And I said, she said, what? And I said, Kennesaw State University. Turns out, she said, who you taking to prom, Zach? And I just
that is awesome.
and I
bro.
just doubled down on Kennesaw State University.
Who you taking to prom? Kennesaw State University.
Yeah. And I was like,
That is amazing.
I wondered if she like knew I was toasted, because like if I, as an adult now, if I saw like anyone that like I knew as a kid and they were high, I don't think it would get past me.
No. You know.
I'd be like, yeah, this kid is toasted.
What were you saying about like you make a bunch of music, but like they don't? Why can't you release it? Because you got
pick,
one song.
you pick
on
the
it.
right ones, you know.
But what about this on your Instagram?
But bro, like because of a lot of these situations, let me see.
All right. This song is a banger, and
Which one is it?
I don't know. I don't know the name of it. It never came out.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I really like this one line.
Oh my head. Let's go. Because man, you know what that was for? I was doing
Here it comes. This is the best part. Well, it's fire.
You talking about when we were writing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think it's
2 and 2 just ain't that enough.
2 and 2 ain't that enough. And that's a banger. What happened to this song?
So that session, we did that song, and then we did a feature for CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna see Lil Green song?
we have a couple songs together, and
That's
we
beast.
Yeah.
we did that song, but like we wanted to get footage like of just I guess both because I was already working on the other one,
Uh huh.
and so that was just a song we made that day. But Bro, I have a lot of songs that could change my life, I feel like, and it's just going through the way that I did. I've been signed to a lot of different people. Like I've had a lot of different things happening behind the scenes, and that's kind of hindered me probably from releasing more steadily. Like I've never put out my own single album. Like, and I've been making music for 5 years. I've just been putting out singles, and that's what I'm trying to get to that point. And I have so much music. And that's where it comes from.
Because of these deals that you sign with people?
Because I guess they want to go single by single, because a lot of these labels that have already had success with a single blowing up, a song blowing up, it's like, if we just can pick the right song that everybody will love and it goes crazy, then that'll make a major label, because I was signed to an independent label, that'll make a major label want to come in and drop a bunch more money on an album or different things like that, and they were wanting to build me up and stuff like that. So
what does OOMP stand for?
What is what?
I think OOMP.
Big Oomp. So that's the record.
It doesn't stand for anything. It just
doesn't stand for anything. Yeah. So that's his name. So basically, they were.
That's the guy's name.
Yes, they were running around in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like doing what they were doing, and then he decided to invest in a record label and in record stores with the money they were making, hustling. So they did that. They started a bunch of record stores in Atlanta, and he basically signed DJs and had the DJs in different radio stations spinning music. Then he signed artists. Yeah. And with the artists, he had DJ Unk, who made "Walk It Out." Walk it out, walk it out.
I recall.
So they had a bunch of different songs that did pretty good, and so he started the record label, and they called it Big Oomp Records, and that was his thing. He was the one just kind of handling everything, and so.
Who's the coolest person you worked with? Do you know? I know you just said CeeLo. Haven't you done something with Roscoe Dash?
Yeah, I have a whole album with Roscoe Dash.
Which is kind of nuts because when I was like
Jaleel,
yeah. Who's Jaleel?
Jaleel is this black guy that
does
like,
the backflip.
He's built like
okay. I saw that
mutant.
on Wix. I've never seen that guy before.
He's amazing.
He does like backflips off of like.
But Roscoe Dash is nuts because No Hands was like the most popular song of freshman year.
Yeah, we got a whole album together, bro.
Our senior year,
I've toured with him. I've done shows with him and Waka. I've done stuff with him and Wale. Like I've toured around the country.
Have you smoked with Waka?
Yes, I've opened up for Waka like 3 or 4 times. I'm telling y'all, like I've gotten to do the road with them.
Yeah.
Not in a dough. I probably sound like a dick. I don't mean that. I just mean that because I spent so much time with Roscoe. He like obviously his biggest song they have together. So like a lot of the gigs that I would go with him to open, like they would be together. So I really get to build that relationship.
So I have this question, and I think it should be obvious for you. Do you want fame and fortune, or just fortune?
I feel like fame just comes from the recognition of people liking what you're doing and supporting you, and your hard work paying off, because people because you can have a viral moment and then you're known for one thing, but like for people to love you and know you and be famous, it's because people are and they're entertained and infatuated by what you do.
Would you want fortune without fame? Because I think that's what I would want.
Yeah, that's cool, but
I would rather walk down the street and not be recognized, or like a side take, you know.
Well, then y'all just gotta put in a ton of work and wear a mask or something that people like. Because that's the thing. Like if y'all are putting yourselves out here and y'all want to be successful, then you're gonna be famous. You're gonna be known. And the thing is, though, is like you become more comfortable as it because you grow into it. You know, y'all start to have little interactions where you go out and people will be like, "Hey, I love your podcast. It's cool." You know, and then it becomes a little bit more, and a little bit more, and then you start to crave it, and then you're like, damn, I just went out and not a single person recognized me. What the fuck? Like that's how I started to feel.
Really?
Because I'm like, I'm putting out tons of music, I'm putting out tons of content. How do people? I've done shows, tons and tons of shows. Like if I go out and don't get recognized when I go out down in Atlanta or something, like I definitely, if I don't get recognized, I would feel like shit. Because I'd be like, damn, like I'm not working hard enough. Or like my brother, I'm sure if he ever went out in Athens for how much content he puts out, he would be pissed. You know, because he's like, man, I'm doing so much work. Yeah, Wyatt's killing it. But I want to answer your question real quick with the artists I've worked with.
Yeah.
Because I do think people enjoy that. And hopefully these songs come out. And if they don't, then y'all vouch for them to come out. Like if something ever happens to me. T-Pain, I got a song with T-Pain. I got a song with let me think Sway Lee. I've got a song with Megan Maroney. I don't know if that one will come out, but we did that one in college, if y'all know her.
She's a country singer.
She's a country singer.
Okay.
She's from Douglasville.
Cool.
Friends with Tay. Or knows her.
Oh my gosh. I guess those are the major ones. I just
saw
CeeLo Green's big.
But CeeLo Green, this is the one I'm most excited about. We're gonna get that out.
Sway Lee is sick.
But speaking of famous people, what was up with the Christine Rock Bachelorette thing.
Okay, and
Yeah,
did y'all
I found out
know?
early,
Did
dude.
y'all know about what happened to that too?
I got
No.
no idea anything about it. I just saw a
Absolutely
little
not.
clip, and I'm like,
Okay.
what the hell's going on?
So basically, I work with this casting agency that my boy Sean, he'll hit me up for like different stuff, whatever. Like if YouTubers need somebody and they want to book me, I'll get paid a little, like not much, like 100, 200 just to go out and like, you know,
Show your face.
cameo and be a part of their video. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so he hit me up because people are like, we need a rock star look guy. And he'll be like, I know the guy. And he'll hit me up. So for the Christian Rock video, he called me that morning and was like, yo, we had this YouTuber who's doing a 10 versus 1, which basically is like 10 guys line up and, you know, you go through different rounds and she eliminates different people until she gets to the final one she
Yeah, it
likes.
looks like you got eliminated, and she wanted you to stay.
I only got eliminated because in the final round, the YouTuber had her brother like pick who he wanted to be out. And he picked me because I did the blue face.
Did you do Blueface because she was with Blueface?
No, I did blue. Well, we did Blueface because there was controversy at the time, and honestly, the reason why the video took forever for us to make, and it didn't even come out, but it took forever for us to make because Blueface kept calling from prison while we were shooting, and she was paid like 15 racks to be there, and she would just be like, imagine we're in the middle of shooting all these cameras, big cameras, and she's like, hello, just walks off set. In the
Oh,
middle of
wow.
it, and just would be
Really?
gone for like 30 minutes, and nobody, you know, everybody's like, what the fuck? But they need her so bad because obviously, like, we can't shoot it without her. Nobody cares unless we have her in it.
Right.
So it's like, you know, we'd wait, and then that's why I got out. The reason why I called it the Bachelorette was because it was that concept, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Why'd
why I
you paint your
labeled
face
that
blue, though?
because we knew that it'd be like. This thing about it, like they're eliminating people the final round. What if it's like on some funny shit? I have an edge by coming out with painting my face blue, being like, "You like Blueface?" Like it's
know,
not.
yeah.
We
So
knew
you
it'd be
did- you didn't
Get
hilarious.
the opportunity to.
We knew it'd be hilarious. I did because I at least got to show it, like get video of it for my own social media.
Yeah, it was fun.
But the reason why the content never came out, right? As soon as that happened, like 2 minutes later, a rival YouTuber comes in with like a whole bunch of people in ski masks, dressed in black. And this lady's like, you're not supposed to be shooting this video today. You are supposed to do this because they shot a video with Christian Rock the day before in Atlanta. That was the same concept. And the dude paid for the video and
Man, there's
everything.
beef.
The dude, yeah, it was YouTube beef.
There's YouTube beef.
But listen, it got crazy because we're sitting there, everybody's like, oh shit, what's about to happen? And then he's like, go ahead and finish your video then. Because the lady's like, you're not going to finish it. And he's like, yo, I'm finishing my video. So they stand there, right?
Yeah.
10 seconds go by. One dude grabs the camera, runs out. And then another dude tries to grab another camera, and the casting director steps up, and they start swinging. 2 people pull out pistols, and they just start waving it around.
Holy cow.
And they're grabbing the cameras, they're whipping pistols, and everybody just ran because they saw guns.
Yeah.
And so after that happened, the casting director and the dude were hooking. He was held at gunpoint. And everything was like pretty much messed up. Everything was messed up and destroyed. They ran out, and then like the dude was
It was
leaking.
crazy
It was an
what I was
insane situation. So
Oh.
I was just like, damn. Well, the content was not going to come out. It was hilarious, but I was happy I had those couple clips. That's
Yeah,
why
you
I
got
called it
a
the
clip.
Bachelorette.
Oh yeah, you
What
get a
about-
couple clips. That's all you need.
This summer, I think maybe it was over the summer. You posted about like a big fight that broke out at your show.
Yeah, well, that was So I had a headlining show in Atlanta. And I was in LA for like 3 weeks, and I was super excited because I was like, man, I'm about to come home. I want to kill this show. I want to.
You're living in LA now?
I'm like not full time, part time.
Yeah.
My manager stays out there, so I just been going back and forth. I still
Yeah.
have a lease I pay in Atlanta and Virginia Highlands, so like I still have to like uphold that. So I'm still in Atlanta, but came home and did that show. We sold it out, and before I could even go up and perform, the last artist that was up there, he was just like. I guess
Churning
Matt. Well, this
shit.
dude goes up on stage and rips the mic from the artist and was like, "North Carolina in the building, North Carolina," like drunk as fuck. I guess just on some weird shit. So then the dude rips the mic off and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck was that? Fuck that guy." And so he's like, "Yo, let's start a fuck you chant. Fuck you, fuck." So they're just like yelling that, right? So imagine that, and this dude they're yelling at. Massive ass black dude with dreads, and this is short white dude on stage yelling "fuck you" chant.
Yeah.
So this dude and all his people run up on stage. It's just like it was his last song, so I'm just about to go up there perform for all my fans. I got people there that drove from far away. I was so excited, and literally, bro, right before I could get on, that dude went up on stage and clocked the dude, knocked him out. Like they just started fucking. People are just going on. People are going
Crazy.
nuts. And the security that was hired by the promoter that booked us
Uh-huh.
was like taking the side of the random people. that were there who like took the
wow.
mic.
North
So they were
Carolina.
holding back the artists that were defending the main artist getting beat up, and he just got jumped.
He must
So
have been
imagine
from
that.
North
So the
Carolina.
security are holding back the artists, and they're just getting jumped. And then like me and all my people, we're like not gonna get involved because we're like the fuck like.
Yeah.
That's a clip right there,
I
dude.
got my payment
You should
and
have gone
left.
and punched somebody.
Yeah, I guess I could have did that, but my whole thing is I'm just like, bro, what's the fucking point, bro? I had all these people crying and screaming that came to see me, and my mind
Yeah.
was just like, I want to keep people safe. People are never gonna want to see me again. This is the worst thing ever. So it just, I don't know, man. You know, it's like, and that venue got shut down because of
Yeah.
that too. So I mean, you hate to see that shit, bro. I just want to be able to have good vibes, put good energy, and just create a space where people can express themselves, be themselves, and just like drown out all the things I got going on, just have an amazing night and create like a moment they take on forever, meet new people, and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I hate when those things happen, but with a lot of energy and sometimes like everybody around here in Atlanta or just Georgia feeling like they're the main characters, sometimes alcohol in the mix, it just,
That
It's
is
it
great.
sucks, man. So it's like,
I kind of want to do our tattoo game.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah,
excited.
How
for
did
the
you get
tattoo game.
get going on the Joker paint?
We're about to paint our faces as Joker for
I would have
this.
loved that. Oh,
Ah,
we
Y'all
didn't know how
should
you were gonna
did it.
take it.
We'll
I
have you
would
back.
love it.
We'll have
Come
you
on,
back.
I'm
We
fun.
didn't know.
How did you get on the Joker? Now it looks like you have you put that behind. Now
That's
you're going
the-
with the eyes.
I just view it as like war paint. I just like every time I go places, just give people an experience or just a different look that people don't normally see. I just
Yeah.
be having fun with that. I think it looks badass, and so I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck it, let's do it. With this music, I'm about to roll out this rock album, and like these singles. I really, really want to like just keep giving people the
So now you're
familiarity
rock.
they expect. Well, I've always
The
like
telephone booth did sound. A
I've
little
always
rock,
dabbled in it, but
Yeah.
like I finally was able to connect with the right producers that could give me the right sound production wise. And the label I was working with, they're amazing production wise too, but they're predominantly like strengthened hip hop and R&B and pop label.
Yeah.
So like, and they're great at doing alternative music and things like that too, and rock. But it was just like these guys do Jelly Roll, they do Struggle Jennings, they do
Yeah.
Yellow Wolf, they do a lot of like country rock, and so it was just cool to like work
Play
with them.
any instruments?
Not right now, man.
Yeah.
Not enough to like
Could
say I
learn.
do.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. So we got a game. I told Zach because obviously
Yeah.
I know you're covering tattoos, so I said we should design one and then you pick one to get. You know?
Okay, bet. I'm with it. But wait, I gotta say the
You
Joker
don't
thing. I
have
gotta
to
say the
get-
Joker thing real
Okay.
quick. Because people always ask me that. I've never gotten to answer that really. The reason why I did it real quick was I felt for some reason I did like a deep dive research because I get inspired by just people who like take on like they're really passionate about their craft and go hard. I loved how Heath Ledger like what he did for his role as a Joker.
Yeah, it did
and
end
just
well,
like
though.
and the way that he
Yeah,
played
don't
it.
go all the way in.
And boom, I know, but my whole thing to say that is that like I felt like I embodied that same energy as an artist and the experience I wanted to give people, and so I love the way that I wanted to create my own concept as like me playing the Joker in this music video called Outstanding, and the way that it made me feel doing it and being on set and performing it and the freeness that I felt and how crazy I felt, I wanted to give that same feeling to people whenever I performed. And just like a lot of people, you know, you go out and you see people on the everyday, you don't really see people that are that like fearless or free to like express
people
themselves.
definitely
and-
remember it.
yeah, and I don't like. I'm not trying to like copy the Joker's look. I definitely inspired and influenced by the Joker.
Yeah.
But like I want to do. Like I don't sit there and try to. I literally just take the paint and just do it. Put it
Yeah.
on
Looks like
and
you
just like
changed it
want
up
to look
some.
badass and just like
Yeah.
and that's just. I think it looks cool, so I do it. And so that's why I did it, and I've kept going with it because, like I said, it just makes me feel a certain way, and I want people
I
to
feel
feel
like
that way.
the ones I've seen with your face painted, you're more of a Joaquin Joker than you are a Heath Ledger.
Shit,
But with the
man.
tats, he's kind of like Jared Leto.
Leto.
See, yeah, bro.
That's
I'm like
fair.
all of exactly.
You're right.
It's like I'm my own version because I do feel like I relate to like that type of energy, like not that type of necessarily like cynicalness. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to fucking hurt people or ruin their day, but like I want to make people like want to scream and just like let go and just go crazy and have fun and not give a fuck about what's happening around them, but just like have the time of their lives, or maybe want to go home and get a tattoo or wear their hair a certain way or get a piercing or wear this outfit or go and pursue this that they always wanted to pursue, and just see me and be like, man, he doesn't care what people think. He just loves doing this so much, and you can just tell like I want to have that same feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And no matter how long it takes or whatever it takes, like I know that once I get there, like it's so worth it, you know, or just like I want to help people feel that because I needed that, you know?
Yeah.
What tattoo ruined your day? And by that I mean...
Like how bad it hurt?
Yeah, exactly.
My stomach right here. I'm sorry I look fat. But my stomach right here,
The eagle?
yeah, like when I got this whole thing done, it ruined my day. And I got my belly button blasted black ink, so like it's just completely
Inside
blacked
is
out.
black ink. That's
Yeah, so
gotta
they just
feel
filled
like
up the whole
your
thing with black
heritage
ink.
is being damaged.
Yeah, they filled up with black ink and then just dipped it in there and just went around until there was no
Oof.
ink left.
What
And
up,
then they
buddy?
did it twice.
When did you go like, I'm going all in on the tats? Like you got your first one, obviously a pretty big one. But like,
I felt
when
like
you're
I knew I kind of wanted to do that when I got this one. I didn't
Yeah.
know it was going to be this big, and I was so shocked.
You knew you were gonna be like,
I always wanted it, bro. I always wanted chains pierced. I always thought it looked cool, but my parents and people around me always felt like it was the dumbest shit ever in it. And like, you know what I mean? It made me almost feel like it was like, if I do it, I'm going to be lame.
yeah.
But like, as I started growing
yeah,
and
everyone says
realizing...
tattoos are lame.
No, but I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Everyone
But
knows they're
anyways...
cool, but they're only for badasses.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, bro. And I guess I just
you're thinking...
I met the right artist to where they believed in me, and they saw that like I didn't necessarily have like all the money in the world to be able to get tons of tattoos, but like I did have enough influence and like engagement from people to where I could help bring people into the shop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Help bring artists, and so we just worked together, and you know I paid him every single time, but he was
Is that
always
the guy
working with me.
who also wore Joker paint
Yes,
that one time?
Casket and Threat. So it's two artists, and we literally became family. You know, I was at the tattoo shop all the time.
They
and
gave
like,
you all of yours?
Yes, everything.
Oh,
and so
wow.
like they decided that they wanted to just go all out and do all my tattoos, and I basically committed that like I wouldn't work with any other artists. I would just keep working with them.
That's how you gotta do it, right?
Other
So
than
it's the same
other
style.
and other than like you know, like if we all decided to get like a tattoo together from a specific artist, something.
Dude,
like
I'm
that.
going to Tokyo Friday.
Yeah.
And I told John, I said, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo out there. And
You
John
should.
talked me out of it pretty quick.
Whoa.
I just
John
feel like
said, if I get one
Yeah.
tattoo, I wouldn't end up like, I couldn't get like
but
hands
but you
tattooed.
see, there's obviously tons of people, and you're not gonna get the bug from one tattoo.
I think you do. And I think I, like, not that I have like
Well,
a
you will
complete-
realize how cool it
I'll
looks
get
and how it
the-
makes
I'll
you
get the
feel, and you're
bug.
like, damn, I can't go back.
Does your
But
brother have
also, it
any?
would be like,
Yeah, he's got a few.
once you have
all
one, once you have one, it's like, oh, well, it would look a lot cooler with shit around it.
Well, y'all know how it is, bro. Y'all have been through workout phases where once you start going hard, you start realizing where certain things maybe look small, and you're like, damn, I need to work out.
It's an
Like,
addict personality. I love
the
you have an
Yeah,
addict
so
personality.
Every single time I would look in the mirror, I'd see like, damn, like this would look cool. I need to feel this face, feel this face. And so I started going out, and I had artists that believed in me, and we would just try to push creatively. We would never like, I would never call him and be like, I want to do this. We would just talk, have conversations, and then come up with it, and then be like, this is sick, let's do it. Like we would just like my neck, all these different things, man.
How
we just,
are like the hands and the neck?
I just got my hand
part?
yesterday. This is my last tattoo I got yesterday. My hand's super swollen.
You don't have to like cover it or anything?
That doesn't
Look at it.
hurt. Like hands and neck weren't worse
I
than
got
stomach.
this. It did hurt really bad. All of it hurts, bro. It's terrible, but I have fun with it. I scream, I stand up, and my artist has been working with me so long that I can act like a fool. I can be loud, like I can be myself. You know what I mean? I don't have to be in there and be like.
You
trying
just
to be
got
tough.
that? You don't
I
have to
don't
like,
wanna-
cover it up or anything?
Just did it yesterday. I just played flag football like a few hours ago, and like was like diving in the
Yeah,
grass
you're
and
supposed to
stuff.
like put this fake skin on.
Yeah,
or something.
but like y'all, like I've been doing this, and so I guess I just feel like just like anything y'all do, shit, y'all rode a bike a lot of times. You're like, I don't need a helmet this time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you're
true.
like, I've done this enough times. I won't crash. Like I'll be okay as long as I just don't be a jackass. But like
It's
I've
like when
done
you-
certain things that was way too hard. Like I got both my knees tatted at the same time. Or like doing like a huge chest piece or things like that. But it was life changing for me because as an artist and feeling like I hated being another face in the crowd whenever all I wanted to do was be recognized. And I was good friends with Justin Fields or Elijah Holyfield and people that we would go out and they would get all the attention. You know what I'm saying? And me who's like trying to be recognized and known, it would be like, damn. But I was thankful because I got to learn how they navigated, how they moved, how they dealt with supporters, how they dealt with these different things, how they moved. And then as soon as it was my turn, I was able to kind of know how to do the same thing. So I was thankful for it. And yeah, bro, I wanted to be known. I realized the tattoos could help people see me and immediately recognize me, and I can express myself. So.
Well, we got your next one for you.
All right, what y'all got? Let's do the tattoo game. Sorry I got off subject.
You,
Y'all are just asking great
Zach,
questions.
Zach,
I'm gonna hand them to you, and I'm gonna describe them so it can be seen on camera.
Okay, mine are gonna be on the phone, but you have 3, right?
Yeah.
So you go first, and I'll go.
Okay, but guys,
all
listen.
3 first?
I only have
A little
space
bit of room left.
I only have face.
Whoa, don't get a
No,
face
don't do
tattoo
a
on my
face.
account.
Okay.
You can, you're gonna do it, but don't do it on
I'm
my
just letting y'all know the available spaces. Y'all gotta let me keep going.
You got a ton of space on your back.
Y'all, listen. This is like literally like a multiple choice options for y'all.
All
What
right,
spaces
all
I
right,
have left? Like I don't have a lot of space left, guys. Like feet, we have feet available.
Okay.
Y'all got some feet space.
You get to pick the tattoo.
Okay, great. Feet space, butt space, both cheeks.
That'd be fine with us.
I got the back. I got the top of my back done. I don't have the mid and bottom back.
Yeah.
And then I have the inside of my hands.
I really,
No, we don't want
So
you to
it's
do
like
your
A,
hand.
B, C, D, or E.
I really wanted a little bit of wrist space for one of mine.
Okay, well look, I've got. You guys gotta
That's a
understand.
good spot, John. That's like
I've got the veins, so you know what I'm saying.
That's sick. All right. Well, you go.
All
first.
right. This is my first one, and
right.
John, hold it up to the camera, and then I'll describe it. So this is like a candle. It's a burning candle. Wix,
Wix in the middle are
wick,
funny.
Oh, burning candle. Wix.
Oh, I like
Wix,
that.
wick, and then it's got also. It would be like your favorite tattoos that are already on your body in smaller form, but they're melting inside of the candle.
Wow, that is that's intense.
Wait, my tattoos are melting inside the candle?
So you
Yeah,
get your
so
favorite. This part is the words aren't tattooed, correct?
Correct. I'm just
So these are
describing
more
it.
tattoos in the candle.
That's like, yeah, that would
Candles
be
made of tattoos.
that would be tattoos you already have, but they're kind of like melting in
So it's
candle
like, hey,
form.
when the light fades, you can't take it with you?
Something like that, dude.
love it.
I love that.
All right. Let me take show one.
All right.
Damn, bruh.
Mine's
That
on my
shit gonna be
computer.
expensive. Y'all gotta pay for it. Let's do it. I can't wait. Let's go. This tattoo is sponsored by The Boys.
All right. All
right.
This one I made on Photoshop.
Okay.
You got your phone?
Yes.
All right. I'm texting it to you guys. It's sick.
Wix.
Yo. I actually have.
So it's a Twix wrapper, but it's Wix.
Yeah. And look how good that Photoshop is. Oh, but
Yeah.
check out what else I did.
perfect.
This is the details.
This
It
is your
normally
next
says, my next one's better. No. But
The Wix
on the
bar, I
Wix
love that.
bar, it typically says chocolate, candy bars, chocolate or something.
Yeah.
I can scratch that out, so it just says Wix bars.
Bars.
Yo, I want to do that. I'm actually down. I feel like I have it.
I told you it was
Hold
good.
on,
But wait till
Wix.
y'all see my
Hold
next
on,
one.
Wix, hold on.
You're gonna be like, damn, this next one is sick. But my next one's a little more detailed.
All right, well, this one's not my favorite,
All right.
but it's I like my last one the best.
That candle one was really good. Candle one, that
All
was
right.
smart.
All right, so this is the middle part would be what you get, and y'all remember Wixie sticks that you would get at, like
Yes,
Tags and Longhorn.
yes.
So the Wix, it would be like
It was Wiki Sticks though. I didn't
Wiki
get
sticks.
that.
So
I didn't
no,
have
so
that much clout.
I wrote Wiki sticks on it. It's Wiki sticks Wix at the bottom.
Oh, Wiki
So-
Sticks Wix.
So it could be whatever color you
Bars.
wanted, but it would be cursive, and it would be like the Wiki sticks.
That would be a great name of at least a song, and it was made
Wiki Stick Wix.
and on the album cover it was made with Wiki sticks.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, I have to show you this. So one of my supporters made this.
Oh.
John.
Yours is a Wix bar. This is a Twix, but it just has my face on it as the eye.
Yeah, I love that.
I think I like y'all's more. I would have it be a Wix
next
bar.
one. Wait till you see this next one.
You guys are some creative guys.
This
man.
one is, I made this on Photoshop. Spent way too long on this. I got like, damn, I'm getting really good at this.
I gotta stop.
Yeah, I gotta stop. My wife came down at midnight. I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm working on the computer.
I'm working.
I'm working.
Stop.
All right, it's more of a play on the Wix bar as well.
Let's go.
That's sick.
Here you got left Wix,
Okay, you said
right
me?
Wix, and I basically took your little cartoon.
Oh, that's the
That is sick.
I basically took your
Dude!
cartoon, and then I
You are talented.
made like a young version of Wix, obviously on the left, and then I made like your, the Joker version of Wix.
Which
Yo,
one is
I'm gonna
the
get this
OG?
tatted.
So
Oh man, you killed it with that.
on his Instagram, he has this guy, but with red hair. I turned his hair green,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have the Joker
Green.
paint.
That's tight.
And then
How
I
did
flipped
you
his
turn
mouth
his hair
upside down
brown?
and colored it in his mouth.
Yeah, that's dope.
And also here we have Wix just bars.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, buddy, are we missing out on a side career on Photoshop?
Yeah,
Because
dude,
this is
it's
incredible.
sick. So that was mine.
All right, this is my last one. It's the least detailed, but it's just, I feel like there's a pun here that needs to be made. So just show it.
Zach's like, it's more about the concept than it is about the drawing. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is Wix. So you would get a tattoo of pending.
Fire. Okay.
So it's Wix Patton pending.
Oh, Wix patent pending.
What does that
yeah.
mean? What does that mean?
Patent pending? Like, oh, do you have a patent on this? No,
There's a patent pending, so it's almost like you're putting a patent
Like you
on
created
your
something.
name, Wix, your rapper name. So it's Wix Patton pending. So all you would need is the pending at the end.
If your parents didn't want you to become a rapper, they should have named you Wix. Because that's
That's
like,
a cool name.
Perfect,
It's
bro.
a great name.
Bro,
Yeah.
because I remember trying to... Well, at
But
first,
it's like,
but-
why not?
Dude, that's hilarious. But at first, I went by Wix by itself, and then I realized that like nobody could find me when they looked me up because it was Wix.com was just like dominating the search.
What is
What's
Wix.com?
what- yeah.
They make websites, and they're like one of the biggest website creators like ever.
Did y'all ever have
I
that
like just
situation?
Wix, though. I mean, Wix
I did
Patton's
Wix
good.
Patton because I also realized that when people were looking me up on Apple Music when I was releasing my music under Wix,
Yeah.
I was like Wix, and then Wix Patton was right under it. So I was like, people are looking me up, and there's nothing that you can find. But then it's like if you look up Wix and my name is Wix Patton, you can find Wix and Wix Patton. If my name is only Wix and you type in Wix Patton, you're not gonna find shit.
Yeah.
Did
So
y'all
I was
ever
like-
have a situation when you were younger where like you were looking up, like you were trying to find like a pair of basketball sneakers and you looked up dicks.com and then you were just petrified? Because I don't know how they stuck with that name for so long, but it's
Dicks.com,
dicksportinggoods.com.
They knew you couldn't look up dicks.com.
You can. It's just
Dicks.com
a
is definitely
dangerous
dick,
site.
yeah.
Did you ever go...
Just a bunch of dicks playing basketball and playing soccer and shit.
Did you ever have a different rapper name or think of going by something else?
Yes.
Like Lil Wix,
King Dub.
King Dub,
King Dub.
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Whiskey, yeah. Because that's what Graham Burson called me. I thought it was cool.
That is a good name.
Collier,
is tight.
Collier went by Mini Mac, like Mini Mac Miller.
Yeah.
He went by C-Dub. He went by
Collier was his
Cheese
best one.
Boy. Cheese Boy and then
Cheese
Collier. Cheese Boy was funny.
Boy
I
was a
called
funny
him
one.
Cheese Boy. I don't know. I was like you, bro. I used to like. So for me, right, Collier was the guy in high school. Landmark, y'all know how it was. Like you always tried to make the most of whatever was going on because it was like it could have been boring and miserable in certain ways, but the people we had around us were so creative and funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At private school, they're
Yeah,
like,
it was a good group of
then it was
people
a
at
great
private school,
time. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So like, damn it, I lost what I was saying. What was I saying?
Cheese Boy.
Cheese Boy. So I would like, so Collier would always take things super seriously, like chorus and stuff, and I was always so bored, bro, that I would be messing around in like basketball practice, you know. He'd be real frustrated because I'd mess up like a drill or something, and I'd be like, you all good, Snake, keep grinding. Like, let's go, you good, Snake. I would just call him random names, like Snake, Cheese, like I would just call him whatever. I would just like random names, like you said, meat.
Yeah.
Like I would just be slinging them out there. And so,
Slinging them out
they used
meat.
to think it was hilarious, slinging out meat, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. That's how we came up with Cheese Boy, and but King Dub had to be the worst, the name, and then it was Wix, and then it was Wix Patton.
So Wix, what was the tattoo?
Which one? The one I want to do?
It's the one with Wix with
Let's
the.
be honest. Yeah, you killed it.
Yeah,
but
That was bullshit.
but
I didn't know we were
actually
putting
do-
Photoshop into the mix.
Right, you had to have an edge on you, bro. I have somewhere on my body, bro. I have a tattoo of me.
Did you just
Also
go
carried
in there and get random stuff sometimes?
Somewhere on my body, dude. This is your
It
body.
don't matter, but I can't remember where.
Rondo and Cosmo.
How can you remember?
Waldo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Shopping Cart Hero. You know
You're
the Shopping Cart Hero from the App Store?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the Toy Story character. I have Monsters Inc. I got the Scream Ghostface. I got Danny Phantom.
How many movies and TV stuff do you got, man? You
A
got
lot. I got
Jimmy Neutron,
Waldo smoking a
SpongeBob.
Blizz. I got Johnny Test.
Danny
I got Jimmy
Phantom.
Neutron.
What's that?
Golf Cart Peachtree City.
What's the sketchy ram on your shin?
I got Club Penguin. The sketchy ram. I got a lot of like dark looking tattoos, but for everybody who went to Landmark, no, I'm not on drugs. I'm not on drugs, and no, I'm not
Not on any
satanic.
bad drugs.
I'm not on
Christian?
satanic, and I'm not demonic, huh?
Are you still a Christian?
Still a Christian.
That's what's
I
up.
pray a lot, bro. I
Love
pray
that.
a lot. I pray a lot, but I make secular music, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm still a Christian. I'm
You ever
probably
thought
making
about
some
making a
Christian
Christian
music.
rap song?
Yeah, me and my brother are gonna make a Christian album.
That'd be
Love
sick.
that.
And make some Christian music, because my dad, we try to perform at the church, man. Landmark, why y'all not got me at the pep rallies, bro?
Well, you haven't come out with a Christian song yet, and some of your songs might not hit at the pep rally.
Bro, they gotta bring me to the
Like,
pep
what about
rally. I'll do the
yours?
clean. I got clean versions. You know what's lit, guys, that y'all
What about-
love?
what?
Coach Rice has me on one of his Spotify playlists for wherever he works, and like
Oh, that's
whatever
sick.
job he has.
I love Coach Rice.
saw Duran Rice, and it was
Yeah.
like on the playlist. I was like,
Yeah, that's gotta be a big
He
pump
played
up.
me in Collier's mixtape and layup lines when we were in seniors
Oh,
in
man,
high
he
school.
loved that.
So
Coach
every
Rice,
single
man.
basketball
Coach Rice
game
is
at
the
home,
best.
he played all our music.
Yeah.
And guess what? We were playing with that boy Walker Kessler. Shout out Walker Kessler.
out Walker.
I used
Probably
to
the
shoot-
best basketball. No, definitely the best basketball player to ever get a Landmark.
This is def
For sure.
Walker.
Yeah, the
I thought
best
you were saying
basketball player
me.
ever.
No, I agree. I agree.
No, you're second, but we got Walker as number one. You're
No,
second.
dude, I cannot tell you how many times
Just so
I've
you
been
know.
like, I've shot threes in Walker Kessler's eyes before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
but
only
dude,
8
he
years
was
old.
like a baby dinosaur. He was a baby giraffe. Bro was like 5'10".
Yeah, when you do it,
Dude,
He's taller than me
Hey,
since
no,
he
but
was
look, he's like 5'10" as like a fourth
11-year-old.
grader. Yeah, he's like 11 years old. He's playing with us and
He
stuff.
can hardly walk.
Walker's still at the point where like he's like everyone knows like he's gonna be the guy, but he doesn't know that yet. So he's like missing a layup in practice, and he's like crying. And he's not getting it, and he's like crying during the games.
you're gonna
and
be the
stuff.
guy.
Like we're all like, dude. Like your
better
dad
be
was a
7
legend
feet tall.
here. Your brother was the best guy here, and he didn't even go to the NBA. He's the best guy to play here, damn near.
How tall
Him and
was-
Justin
how
Ross.
tall was
Justin
Houston?
Ross is a stud.
Justin Ross was the man.
Justin
He was a
Ross should
stud.
play
Justin
in
just didn't want to play basketball in college.
Jackson?
Stud.
Jackson showed
Stud.
up with an absolute stud. We played rec ball with him.
He was too
Man,
short.
He could have played in college. I
Oh,
don't know.
for
Like,
sure.
Nah, he
Could've
could have,
played
but I want y'all to know that like playing at like a smaller level college ball is like got to be like one of the hardest and
Well, Jackson went to
unrewarding
Georgia
He
things
would have
Tech.
walked
ever.
on to Tech.
I think Jackson could have walked on and played at Georgia Tech.
He actually definitely could have. You know
Yeah.
why? It's because like being a walk-on, right? Like I was a preferred walk-on, so I wasn't necessarily the same, but I seen how the walk-on, like preferred walk-ons, you automatically get put on the team.
Yeah.
Walk-ons, you go there and you try out. Scholarship, you're being paid to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like as a walk-on, you just honestly have to be in shape enough to keep up
Yeah,
and like
for sure.
compete. So like these guys who make the Georgia team on football, like they would come in the spring and try out in the summer, like they would all just be jacked, right? And super fast, like killing the workouts, but then they weren't that good at football. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they'd be at practice on the scout team, like getting smacked. But then, so Jackson, though, to say, to say, he definitely could have competed and made it happen. Like he was determined enough, athletic enough, he worked hard enough. He's the type of guy that might have fucked around and like got playing time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there were guys
He
in
was a
Georgia
stud.
that did the
Jackson
same
was
thing.
beast.
We
And he
played
would
in
have
a
kept
rec
playing.
league a couple years.
I think Jackson
He was incredible. Yeah.
I think
Played in a
Jackson
rec
just
league.
didn't want to be like. I think he wanted the fraternity side of
Well,
college.
Jackson told
He
me
didn't
like
have that.
he
Like,
was
no.
done. Jackson practiced all the time, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Dude, I'm done like practicing
Really?
all the time."
Yeah, it was exhausting.
But we played in a rec league in Peachtree City like a year or two ago, and we
What?
played your brother. I didn't even know you had a brother. He dunked
What?
on our team against us.
Wyatt Dunn?
Hey,
Why
I
dunked?
should
They're like
know.
our boy White, but I diced him up. If you ask
He's
him,
a better athlete than me, bro.
was that
He's
when
a
I broke
beast.
my thumb?
do you remember that kid Tony who would play with us at my house?
Yeah.
Wyatt was boys with his brother. I
Oh,
think.
so he was on their
that
team.
team. And
So
Wyatt-
it was the same year I
He was a kid
shattered
with
my
long
thumb.
hair who he was tall and he like missed because he went back to school, but he played in one game.
Was I there? Because I shattered my thumb
Ah,
the
you might not have
first
been there.
game.
But I was like, they were like, that's Wyatt Patton. I was like, related to Wix Patton? They're like, yeah.
Oh, that's beast.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah,
Yet again.
Wyatt, dog. See, bro, Wyatt is like mad athletic, but his story was, bro, he like made all the teams growing up because he was like athletic and talented enough, but he just
So
like
he didn't get that natural chip
missed
on his
out.
shoulder
He
like you.
missed out on the social aspects because he would like be good at sports and then go home and sit on the computer in his room for like hours and play video games all night.
Yeah.
Beast, man.
And it used to kill me, bro, because he was like, I cared about sport. I was Jackson. I cared about sports so much. And Wyatt was Collier. Collier, just a natural athlete, but just didn't really, he just wanted to do his thing. And then later, he started doing sports. And, you know, then he was killing it. But then he always, he wanted to have that social aspect. And by the time he did take sports seriously at the end, it just wasn't enough time.
I think
Yeah.
I
He
was
was
Wyatt and
naturally
Collier
better.
then. Because I think I was naturally better at sports than John was growing up. And then John tried harder at basketball and got
Yeah,
way
He
better.
got better. That's how it is, though. The person
Yeah.
who works harder gets better because they care more.
I was
And-
naturally gifted.
And like my brother was still really good, and he still always made the teams, and he crushed it. But like I said, you know, he just once he really started getting in the mix, he wanted to hang out and go to the parties and do all that, and I understand him. And yeah, obviously he looks back and he wishes he could have like grinded harder in sports and stuff like that, because he's seen what happened with me, and he's the same big as me, and people are like, "Are you playing in college too? Like, I bet you're crushing it. Like, you play college sports?" And he's like, "No, I just go to school." And he's 6'5" and he's big ass dude. So for him,
how much younger?
That's
is he
why
than
he
you?
went hard in music in school, huh?
How much younger is he than you?
3 years.
Y'all boys? Y'all are tight?
Boys,
I
tight.
see y'all making
Best
music
friend.
together. Looks like you just dropped a single with him.
Yeah, we dropped a couple singles, man. I love my brother, man.
Cool
He's
working
so
with your brother?
talented. Yeah, and he's so talented, and
That's right.
he's so great at knowing how to put himself out there and how to market. And we always planned, because he was putting out content for a little while, you know, trying to put himself out there and not understanding that, like, he was going off of what worked for other people and not necessarily what was going to be what worked for him. And he needed to go and do content all over campus in UGA, because if you do things at recognizable places, then these people are going to recognize you and be like, "That's the guy who was at Bolton, the dining hall. That's the guy who was at the study hall. That's the guy who was there in front of the stadium. That's the guy who was there." And if you blow up in front of 30,000 people at UGA, you know how big that fan base is.
Yeah.
Then it will trickle down everywhere else. And then you'll have the value of, we want to book him over here because he's got the UGA fan base. So we came up, you know, we were like, let's do that. And so then all his content's been around there. And bro, he's been getting like millions of views off his Instagram.
Yeah, see, that's
Reels.
based jumping on tables and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the marketing stuff, so recently you dropped a couple videos where you like went into a Best Buy, you came out and you slammed
You
the
like
TV.
them?
Thank
you.
Now, we were
Thank
talking
you.
about it. Now, you didn't just buy that TV, did you? You brought one from Goodwill or something.
So my roommate had a TV sitting outside the trash can.
Love that.
And like he was throwing it away,
$100,
and it looked perfect. And I was like, "Oh, I need to promote my show. I'm gonna take that." So I just grabbed it. Like, I have like a bunch of school desks in my house. I have like a bunch of random shit that, like, anytime I see something for free, that I'm like, "Oh, I'll use that for a music video, or I'll use that for streaming."
I love doing that.
So I just I grabbed the TV, and guess who filmed me?
Who?
My mom.
Really?
Yeah, I took my mom with me. She had no makeup on, and we're in Peachtree City at that main Best Buy. And I'm like, we drove up there. I'm like, "All right, Mom. So we can only do this one time, okay? So like,
Did you sweep it?
I'm gonna walk. Yes, we did. No,
Proud
I
of
didn't.
you.
No, I slammed it.
Yeah.
Did you
There was
clean
no
up?
pieces that fell, dude. That thing
What?
is strong as shit, bro.
Didn't
I
you do
slammed
it
it like
twice?
3 more times. Yes.
Yeah, he did it 2 different times.
I did it once. I slammed
You
it
did
once. So if you look at like my TikTok, if you look at my TikTok and Instagram, I slammed the TV at my house. I slammed the TV. I've done like
Same
a lot of
TV.
videos. Yeah, but now it's like it's falling apart. It's in my car. I still have
The slamming TV. We need a new slamming TV.
we need more
to come.
content. We need more ideas. But my whole idea is like, man, if I'm gonna promote a show and promote something, like, people see flyers all day and you scroll right past it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't give a fuck about that
Yeah,
shit.
I
Unless
always
someone's
watch your
sending,
videos and you're always doing
unless someone's
something.
texting you, like, "Come here,"
Yeah.
you're gonna care. But if you're just scrolling, like, you're gonna watch things that you care about.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
like-
let me give people funny content and deliver my deliverables, what I need people to see, in a way where people will share it and share it anyways, no matter what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just showcase my personality. I grab the TV. I'm like, man, if people see me slam a brand new TV outside of Best Buy, like, people are gonna
They're
share
gonna
that.
love
They're gonna be
that.
like, "Dude, this guy is dedicated as shit, man. Like, he really cares." Like,
I would have loved
wow,
if
and
it
he
was
doesn't care.
out of a box.
So I have my mom. I'm like, "Mom, stand here," and be like, I practice it. You know, people are walking in and out. And I'm like, we need to hurry because I look sketchy. I have paint on my eyes like this. I have a suit on, and people will think
What
it's
is your
weird.
mom thinking?
My mom's used
okay.
to it. I make my mom film me all the time. I make my girl film me all the time. I make everybody. My brother makes people film him. And so it's like, you know, like, anytime we're anywhere, we'll be like, "Oh, tell me." And then we'll just like improv something real quick, and then we'll use that. You know what I mean? 'Cause we
Yeah.
want to just keep giving people stuff. And so yeah, that's why I slammed the TV. I grabbed it. I walk inside. I'm holding this TV, and they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, the workers. I'm like, "Hey." And I just walk over to the exit. I'm standing there, and I just walk out. And then I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?" What's up?
Yeah, I saw another one. Maybe it was the one where you jumped over the fence.
Yeah.
And then you said, "I'm playing my last show ever."
Yes.
Now, you knew that wasn't your last show ever, right?
Of course not.
So, did you just say that just to, make...
Yeah, you gotta
Well,
put a
I was
little fire
like,
under it.
dude, I got
I'm ever
this
gonna
show
see,
in
like, I
2
can-
days, and it's like a big show, and I haven't been promoting it. So I'm like, what can I do? Boom. This is
It's
my
my last
last
one
show ever. And that's probably
I've
fucked
got
up.
stage
But-
4 terminal
but to say
cancer.
I
No,
love
that's
y'all-
fair, because young Doug, he retires all the time,
And, yeah, and also in my heart, I was like, I'm finna be in LA for a minute, and I was kind of like frustrated because like, I don't know, it's just different things. I always try to be creative and find incentives that make people want to care and share.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
Ladies and gentlemen, I have stage 4 terminal cancer.
guys, my mother is in hospice. I need y'all to come out to my concert in memory of her. That's messed up, man.
Yeah, there's a line.
I'm definitely not doing that at all. I would never, but I always want to just, you know what I mean? I understand, man, and this is what I do for a living, and so I guess I just try to always, no matter who's working with me or whoever is coming, I want to give them the best experience, or if we're doing collabing or, you know what I mean, I want to make sure I give them the best I can and give them something they can work with. I know all these other artists that are opening or doing these shows are not going to do what I do, and so I'm like, man, I need my niche, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have all the money in the world. All I have is just being creative, and that's what being an artist is all about. So it's like, what can you do with the things that you have around you? And just another thing I wanted to share real quick was, like, I was so inspired by Lil Peep when he passed away, if y'all know who that is.
Uh-huh.
When I watched his documentary Leaving LA on the plane, I like sobbed my eyes out because I was like, man, like, I see everything that he did to get where he was at, and then he passed away because he wasn't able to, like, get control of the things that were just, like, barely keeping him by. And, you know, it's like you learn so much, and after, like, watching that and then falling in love with his music, it made me want to dive into who he was as a person so bad, because I'm like, if I love your music, then obviously, like, maybe we're like alike in different ways, and then, you know what I mean, so I want to see who you were. And so I was like, man, as an artist, I don't want people to just see my music and never know who I really was. Like, I want people to watch me and feel like we're really good friends, and so when we do see each other's love, or if they don't have people around them that understand them or that are able to help them express themselves or inspire them to keep going, because people don't understand their vision like I was in my hometown. Like, I want them to have me to be able to do that. So I put out tons of videos that showcase my personality outside of music content, just so, like, if I die one day, or my kids or my fans, and they're, like, you know, finding out who I am, I want them to be like, oh, I fucking love him for that, or he's crazy for saying that or doing this. And yeah, man, I love trolling. I love all this stuff, man. I just love being able to put myself out there and help people.
Yeah.
Love that.
Zach had a good question. Do you ever have the perfect bar for a song, but you're just not allowed to say the N-word, so it doesn't
What?
You know, you'd be like,
That is so funny,
like,
bro.
man, I have a great line,
yeah.
but, you know.
Yeah.
I
was
guess
afraid you
ever
wanted to
since
ask.
I was young, man, I tried to not program myself to say that word.
Yeah.
Or even think it, or even freestyle it with my friends comfortably.
Yeah, I don't think it
Because I
either.
have a ton of white friends. I have a ton of white friends that will drop it in freestyles and stuff, or
What? That's bold.
or just that will say it around different black friends because they feel like they have enough, like that their friends think that it's okay, or that, you know, they're obviously not saying the hard R.
Well, thank God you weren't that.
I've never been that person.
Yeah,
I've
thank
always
God you
felt
weren't
like
when you
that
did it.
was corny, that could ruin your life, and that could be misconstrued, and that, you know, it can obviously come off as disrespectful, or like you're trying to be something you're not. And I understand people being a product of their environment, and maybe all their life they grew up the same way as certain people, and that was how they talked,
Yeah.
or they were in prison and that's how they talked, or whatever it is, their reasons. But for me, I just never did. So I guess it's like, I mean, of course, like, that word is just a great, we hear it in so much music, and you see how it would, like, fill in for a
Some
great
people
bar.
use it to where they don't even have to rhyme.
You just have to
They just
find,
say that at
you
the
just
end of
have
every
to
line.
find your safe synonyms as a white rapper
Yeah.
that, like, you know, that fit the same way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's just like, that's the beauty of it. That's so funny. I love that y'all said that.
When people like freestyle, particularly on radio, they aren't actually freestyling, right? Like
Some are.
Oh, some seem
You can
mad
tell.
stage.
You can tell.
Like they got stuff written. in.
Juice
Well,
did
he-
a good work.
well,
good
If you
one.
were gonna freestyle, there's some stuff that you
You're
probably
talking about live on a radio station?
Yeah. You would have
There's,
some
like,
stuff
one
that you thought
specific
of
that they
before
always
you
All right, so
would
let's
throw in.
imagine this, right? So,
Yeah.
like, you're rolling out your album, right? And you want multiple pieces of content that show that you're dope, that makes people want to check you out, that's impressive. So while you're promoting your album or your movie, and you're doing interviews, or you're doing game shows, or eating the wings or whatever, like,
Hot ones. That'd be
yeah,
good.
so, like, there's a lot of different forms of that, and I just lost what I was saying again. Oh my god. Shit, what was I
It
saying?
was about the
Big
freestyling, and I.
cheese. It's about
no,
big cheese, right?
about like, what was he saying?
I'm just saying that you're not gonna risk on a freestyle looking bad.
Okay, yeah.
You're
So,
definitely gonna have
so
things
that's
in
what I'm
there
saying,
that you-
right? So part of your promoting is doing those radio shows and showing that you're dope, because you'll take clips and they'll be posted all over rap or
Yeah.
bars, like channels that have millions of followers that brings people to your stuff to help sell your stuff. So you want to come in there and kill it.
Yeah.
And think about how risky it would be if you're like,
Not
I'm a dope
ready.
rapper, but I'm about to
just gonna
show
go-
up live on the radio, and this is gonna get millions of views, and I'm about to just spit something off the top. And let's say I mess up or I look goofy, that goes around for everywhere. It can kill your aura. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
the
No,
reason why
it's
people
that.
think you're cool, then people are like, oh, he's goofy. He's just like me. He's not.
You know who
actually
does
this.
that well though is like Tyler the Creator.
Certain people can do it because they've introduced their personality enough and you understand, but like people that are just strictly like putting out music and just like rapping for like, you know, that's what they do and they're going hard and you're impressed by their skill, you want to come on there and snap, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so
they're not gonna risk it
some
when they're trying to
people
blow
are
up.
genuinely that comfortable and talented to where like that's a part of what they do and they have the comfortability to go on there and just go crazy, and that's really impressive.
What about
So
when
how
you did
many
the
bars?
UGA thing?
That was completely
off the
freestyle.
noggin. You
Yeah.
mean you didn't have anything that you had used maybe?
There
in
was
previous
definitely, so
freestyles?
what's funny, right, is my roommate, he said that
I'm
whenever
not
he
saying
was...
it's cheating. I think that's fair.
100%. And at the time, of course, I wasn't even trying to be a rapper,
Yeah.
but I would go around the house and like, or like my dorm and just spit this same like 8 bars all the time for some weird reason. I don't even do that anymore at all. But like I would do that all the time. My roommates would rap it with me because we just thought it was so funny. And so while I was up there, I'm pretty sure I rapped part of that just like naturally because my roommate said he was rapping along with me. And like while everybody was cheering, his friend was like, how do you know what he's saying? And he said he was just like, he raps at the door sometimes. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So like, naturally you definitely see certain
Yeah.
people are like double XL freestyle. That's a big thing, right? As a rapper, if
I
you
think
get
that's
a
what I was
part of
thinking
that, a lot of people you'll see that they're like double XL freestyle comes out on a song a year later and you're like, wow, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it is impressive when people at least take the time to memorize an original freestyle. That's impressive. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
for
not a song. That takes a lot of memorization and skill.
Yeah.
But going off the dome, and y'all know how it is. We've all freestyled off the dome and stuff like on the back of the bus or in the locker room or with your friends.
I'm more of a half drunk freestyler.
Exactly, bro.
And that's
So
when I
like
really
some
do my
people can do
best.
that shit, and that's the most impressive shit ever. But yeah, when it comes to that stuff on radio,
you're not
you
gonna
expect
risk
it. You expect a rehearsed, crushed rap that seems like, you know.
Yeah, you
And it
just don't
still
want to
takes
be something
skill. And
that
it still takes skill to even make it seem like you got it off the dome.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
you just don't want to see something that they've produced before.
Yeah,
put out.
that's when it's like, man, like Chance the Rapper, I remember he's done that, or just when people, I was like, man, you hear it in a song, you're like, oh man,
Whatever
it's
happened
not
to
as
Chance
cool.
the Rapper? Like he's not around anymore.
Ah man, you know how it is, man. It's like it's so hard,
He's
bro,
still got
because
money, yeah.
he's still around, but his biggest album was Acid Rap, and the kids loved him for
Coloring Book was big too.
Coloring Book was huge, and that was huge, and that was like his second album. That
I
was
think that one
huge.
got some Grammys and stuff.
Exactly. So those two were huge, and people loved him for that secular music. And then he started to go a little bit more gospel. He started to go a little bit more like I'm married. He started to go a little bit more I got kids. He started to go a little bit more into what his life was right then. And a lot of those same fans that loved him for that probably just
Fell off.
said, like Chance fell off, you suck, all these things like
Yeah.
that. And obviously, he's just speaking his truth, which you gotta love as a fan. You know what I mean? And certain people love it, and a certain fan base, of course, admires it. But you have certain old fans and certain probably kids, you know, who know him for that. And so they're like, man, this is not what I wanted, you know? And so that's like, as an artist, that's the tough part of like trying to
Kinda like
figure
Kid
out of
Cudi.
like, yeah, it's trying to find the balance of like, do I be who I am now and do what I want to do creatively and just hope that my people love it and that I stay successful and feed my kids and have a house? Or do I do what you just try to, you know what I mean? So it's like you have to navigate it and just hope that that's why the best artists that stick around that can keep up with the trends, it's like you admire it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, they actually kept going. It's a lot harder than you think.
Yeah.
People disappear like that.
You
I don't
know,
think I
movie
got-
questions.
In a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I don't think I got to answer this one. When did you start playing football in high school?
So when I went to Landmark, I played football. I did 8th grade twice when I went to Landmark. I was doing football in elementary school, but I was never getting
You
a lot of
played
playing
9,
time.
10, 11, 12?
At
And then
Landmark?
8th.
No, I played 11th and 12th.
Okay.
And
You were stud there?
didn't make the team in middle school. Went to Landmark, played at the end of the season. Didn't really do shit. Like
Yeah.
I was just on the team with like Joey Blunt and all them, and just like didn't really do much. It wasn't until junior year that I took it seriously because DJ
You got
Brown
huge.
left. A couple people left, and it was like spots are open. type
Javon
shit.
might have left around that time too.
He wasn't there when I was at Landmark.
Okay.
So like the people like DJ and Norman left, and it was like there's receiver spots. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
I was tall. I finally hit a growth spurt. It was junior year, so I was like. The coach was actually showing interest, and you know I was going from being cut. I never had a coach give a shit about me, so I'm like, okay, bet. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this could be dope. So I was worked my butt off, and coaches came to see me during the season because I had a few touchdowns in the first few games. So I was like, yo, I've never had anybody take interest in me in sports. Period.
Yeah.
So this is sick. So then that's what made me say like, grinded out that year, and then got with Coach Gabi, and we came up with a weight plan, like a meal plan. So every single day I was eating specific meals, and we would meet every Friday in the morning. I would meet up with Badowski and do training, and like I put on 70 pounds from junior to senior year.
Dadgum.
70 pounds of muscle
You
and
have
shit.
a big senior season?
I had a good senior season, yeah. And my dad did a really great job of like reaching out to coaches. I went to tons of camps, and Coach Brantley definitely helped out. And then, yeah, man, one of the Georgia coaches came to our school, and he just like met with me and liked me. And then we did a visit at UGA, and Kirby Smart pulled me aside while all like the whole like recruits, everybody was doing their thing. He pulled me aside. They're like stopped everybody as they were leaving. Was like, hey, like Kirby wants to meet with you. And so like me and my parents went to Kirby's office. We sat down. And he was just like talking to us, and was like, you know, I was committed to Louisville where Lamar Jackson was at. I was committed to go there. And he was like, I know you're over there, but we really want you to come here. And we don't have any tight ends in our class. And we'd love to just like have you a part of this team and offer you a spot. And so like my parents looked at me and they were both crying. And I was just like, looked at Kurt Smart, looked at him, like my parents, and I was just like,
okay,
all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, I realized in that moment, like, my parents are looking at me like this. Like, I never had the grades to get into Georgia. And, like, I don't care if anybody at Landmark, y'all can't take away my degree. I cheated, like, my ass off in school. So, I'm just kidding. I definitely was not. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was not a great student, right? Yeah. I was not the best student. And so, like, for that was, like, huge for me. They were able to say, like, damn, like, you didn't maybe work as hard as other people academically, but you did enough work
but don't worry,
as an athlete that I made it to Georgia. That I made it to Georgia and was able to play on the team. And it just, I don't know, man. Like my parents were able to go to Georgia games and be a part of that experience. My dad was a Georgia fan his whole life, so it was like I gave him that, and so it was cool, man. And I'm really thankful for like just the whole journey, because obviously it sucked, you know, being at the 8th grade and 7th grade, like being humiliated, you know what I'm saying, and being the only person not to make it, and then being like the only person I think that I know of from Peachtree City to play football at Georgia.
And then being in 10th grade and making a senior quit because you were so good at sports.
And then I saw a video a long time ago about where it was that you saw Gronk at.
Yeah, so after
so
I did the interview with, I think one of the interview outlets, I had a buddy hit me up named Brett. He's like a promoter out here for like some clubs in Atlanta, and he was like, "Yo, we're shooting this commercial with Gronkowski. Do you want to come over here and like feature in it?" And I was like, "Yes." So I just pulled up and they introduced me to Gronk, and like we sat there and talked for a while because we were both tight ends, and he was like on set. And then as he was leaving, we like took a video together and shit, and we're laughing, and then like we took some pictures, and then he left. But he was super cool, super nice, really funny, and I literally forgot that I had met him, bro. And that was like such a cool thing, bro. Of course. And there were so many things that I wish I would have done in that moment. Like you look back, and I'm like, why didn't I freestyle with Gronk? Like, imagine how that could have done for me. We were rapping together, rap freestyle, like it was viral as shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, so like
moments.
Yeah, but it was still cool. Like I'm still thankful that it all happened. And like when I did the ABC interview, I did it in my parents' living room. I sat the laptop down and I put the channel on ABC, so it was live. So I was watching myself on TV, and it was delayed about 10 seconds. Watching myself on TV while looking at the camera and doing the interview. That's so like I would be talking, and then sometimes I would look up at myself, and I would be like, forget what I was talking about. Like I did, I forgot what I was talking about twice with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
The headphones, it gets confusing too, because you can kind of hear yourself like behind yourself.
But it was freaky, bro. I was watching myself on live TV while doing the interview, and they were talking to me about a song and showing a different music video. And so I'm talking about this song, watching a different music video on the screen. I'm like, okay. But it's been really cool, bro.
Yeah, definitely cool journey. Do you want to play that game?
The 10 questions?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. So typically we're like a movies TV podcast, so we're gonna fire off questions and you answer them quick.
Okay.
We'll go like back and forth.
All right. Let me get my questions up. All right. I'll go first. What's a movie you think is underrated? So example, mine's Master of Disguise. I think that's an underrated movie. I love that movie. Do you have an underrated movie that you're like, people don't give this enough love?
Dude, I love watching Mac and Devin go to high school. Do you know what that is?
What's Mac and Devin go to
high school? I
already
know, bro. See, because it's like,
Is that
Am I
You
like
gotta be a
a
super
is that
pothead to know about that
a Wiz
movie.
Khalifa movie?
It's Wiz Khalifa
Oh,
and
okay.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And it's literally just like an interactive weed smoking movie that I used to think was like the coolest thing when I was younger, bro. And I just like love to turn it on sometimes
But they
and
had
just
that
watch
great
it.
album, and that's
dude,
from there.
the soundtrack, bro.
Yeah,
the
'cause that was-
soundtrack had so
I have a
much
question.
guitar. And
Yeah.
that whole movie, like the soundtrack, was like my favorite thing to smoke weed to with my buddies at Georgia. Like
Yeah.
that was like one of my favorite things. So,
So
I was
I
like,
had
man.
this question. I didn't ask it. What's a movie that's got an underrated soundtrack? Like Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales.
Oh, my
Phenomenal
God.
That's
soundtrack.
underrated. Everyone loves
Not
it.
underrated.
I
I just
submitted
meant a
songs to that
phenomenal
movie and didn't
soundtrack.
get it. The second one.
You made a
Um,
song for it?
Like submitted some songs for it. Yeah.
Really? That's
That'd
beast.
been-
Yeah, but
that'd
didn't
been
make it.
Even though
but-
you had the opportunity to
That'd been
submit
crazy.
songs.
But yeah, it's been cool. I've gotten to submit like for Madden 2K, all these things the last couple of years, like tons of stuff, and you don't always get it. But like I got a Disney Plus sync for the new Spiderwick Chronicles for $9K. Like they'll pay that much. And I had to split it between like the songwriters that I work with and my
Yeah.
producer. But it's still cool that like
Even
certain
though you got that
songs can for a
opportunity.
minute. Right? For 1 minute, they're like, we want to use your song for 1 minute. Here's our budget for that song.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So imagine like songs that are like big in movies, like detrimental.
Sunflower.
Like those can be like Sunflower is probably
That
$500,000 to
blew
$1 million
up.
for that
Yeah.
movie. You know what I'm saying? That's like not only that, but that's
That song like is that movie. All right, I already asked this question earlier. How many movie TV based tattoos do you have?
Here,
Oh, I don't know how many.
Cosma.
tons,
Cosma.
Like you think
tons.
plus
At
or minus
least.
20?
Here's Bart. Here's the regular show characters. Here's
There's
SpongeBob
SpongeBob.
Ice Cream.
I love that.
Here's Boo from Mario Kart. Here's Rick and Morty. Like I have the Grinch. Guys, come on. This is a
Too
little-
many.
Plus 20.
It's plus 20.
Plus 20. Holy
Love that.
I
cow.
got characters that y'all would be like, really? Like I love them, but like, really? Like, is it really?
Danny Phantom. You said you had him.
Jeez, I love
Yeah, I
Danny
saw him.
Phantom.
He's on his leg.
That's
Who
bro.
is the greatest actor in your opinion?
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, there's so many good ones. I'm gonna hate myself when I leave. So I'm gonna be like, I should have said that person. Obviously, Heath Ledger is amazing. I really, really love. I just saw Anyone But You. If y'all have seen that rom-com,
Yeah.
now I love Glenn Powell. I love his stuff.
Who's
He was
Glenn Powell?
amazing. He plays in Anyone But You with Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, okay, okay.
So that's like it's a new movie. I love his
Yeah,
stuff.
He's that beast?
He's just great. He was just really likable. You know what I'm saying? But I
Likable
love
guy.
Jonah Hill. I love Seth Rogen. Those are like some of my favorites.
I
They're
heard
like
Jonah
automatic-
Hill's not someone you want to meet.
Maybe.
What's the
Yeah.
funniest movie?
James
of all
Franco
time?
too. I love James Franco. He's
Yeah.
amazing. Like actors that can do multiple things.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like
Love that.
What's the funniest movie of all time?
oh my gosh. Dude, like Step Brothers will make you laugh.
I was thinking
Super
Step
Bad.
Brothers.
Super Bad, I think
Napoleon
it's the funniest.
Dynamite is just killer. Like oh my gosh, there's so many really
Hot
funny.
Rod is a good, funny movie.
Hot Rod's a
That's
great
hilarious.
movie, bro.
That might be an underrated movie as well.
Yeah, probably.
Dude, there's just so many movies, that
What's
you'll
your
turn
next
on
one?
just to all right, let me just like get my vibes together. Let me just laugh.
Yeah,
my
I
head off.
hardly even watch movies now. It's more like white noise, but I do love having something in the background.
I
Next
sleep to
question.
rain, I feel that.
Would you switch from rapping to an acting career at any point?
I'm already like doing acting stuff. Like I have an agency. And,
Full
like,
acting.
I'm doing like auditions and stuff. So like I'm not. Yeah. But
That'd
I'm
be
not
fun.
doing. But I'm not doing. Like I got some opportunities. Like I'm about to do. I'm working on developing a show called like You've Been Wixed, which is like similar to Punked, which is like what Ashton Kutcher did. So they're trying to give me my own
What
type
if
of
we just
segment.
got like Wix right
You
now?
just got
Yeah,
Wix,
with me
and
and
he
my brother.
disappears.
Yeah,
People-
that would be hilarious. So just like
We're
finding
doing
ways, right,
an interview.
to, like-
You're on
to,
acid
like,
right now.
I've gotten some cool. Yeah, so like things, y'all would be hilarious to produce a show, bro. So that's what I'm saying. So like I've gotten some cool opportunities that I'm developing, and then like obviously I would never want to just like quit music because I think that's like one of the things that I'm really good at. And like
For
my
sure.
dad's a pastor, and his gift is to like deliver a message and connect with people and help people. And I feel like that's my same like gift, and that's what I was here to do. But it's just like in a different way. And like music for me, like I understand, is very digestible. And sometimes you can get a great message from something that you wouldn't have listened to if it wasn't like given to you in a way that you actually wanted to hear it. Because you could be sitting in class and hear something that could be like life-changing for you that you needed, but you're so fucking bored by this teacher, and you know what I'm saying, and you're ADHD that you just don't hear it, but you hear an amazing song with a great beat and like the voice is good, and you're like, oh wow, like that message is so
That does
powerful.
make sense.
So like that's how I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do with music. So
John?
What's a movie you remember watching in high school? Class.
And that was like so funny.
No.
Or
just
not
anything
funny,
that you
just like a
watched where
monumental.
You remember? Oh, we watched that. In
I remember
school.
watching like the 6th Harry Potter movie in Florida with 2 of my buddies when we were like going to Disneyland.
No, I mean in class. Something they played for you in school.
Oh, okay.
I watched Last Samurai in the class.
Like what was it?
What's Last Samurai?
No, just anyone. Do you
So
remember
two
watching
different
anything?
things. Like the first thing that ever made me rap, the first video I was ever shown, G-Eazy, it was Jackson Schultz. That's why I want to tell you the story, because y'all know these people. Jackson and Collier. Me and Collier are just in the basement. Who knows what the fuck we're doing? Just probably just like, it's, I don't know, watching.
Collier's still making music?
Still, yeah, and he has tons of stuff now. He's incredible. Y'all should bring him in here one day. But Jackson runs down the stairs. He's like, y'all gotta watch this. This artist, G-Eazy, he's sick. And he shows us this video called Almost Famous. Me and Collier watch it, and we're like, I'm literally watching this like, holy crap, for the first time. Like, I felt like I seen an artist that I was able to relate to that like made me understand that I could also do what I wanted to do, but be myself, and it can be cool. So like, I was very appreciative of that. So shout out to Jackson. It was that moment that really, I really remember it being like a moment, being like, whoa. Movie in class, TV show in class.
Oh man, I just thought you completely just like didn't understand the question.
No, I had to just give y'all a side story. I just wanted to give y'all a side story.
We always
because
shout out Jackson.
Yeah, I love Jackson.
my movie and TV
Curly
show,
M&M.
and because I like that story is dope to me. Like that literally
Jackson's
like
the man.
made me
shout out-
realize
we
that I
all
can
love
actually
Jackson
do
here.
it.
Yeah, we pretty much shout out Jackson every other episode. He's
That's
the man.
hilarious, dude. What a legend. So okay, so then for like, sorry, so to go back to your question, movie and TV show and class. Bro, so many good ones, man. I don't know, man.
What? I don't
Bill
remember.
Nye, bruh. Fuck that. Bill Nye,
Bill
easy.
Nye.
Bill Nye's a good one.
What are we talking about here?
All right. What is the perfect duration for a movie?
Oh
Length.
my goodness, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
duration.
sitting there. I don't want to be sitting there for hours, bro. Like, give me like what's that movie? Inception or like
Yeah.
3 hours.
The
Too long.
movie with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Inception.
Inception.
Interstellar.
I love
Right.
that movie though.
Bro, that was so funny. And then when I saw that in the movies, I was with Collier and Jackson in high school, and they were like, remember Jackson was like, y'all don't understand the movie, y'all don't get it, you don't understand it. You know, it made us feel stupid. You don't understand it. That's why, bro. I was like, bro, that was the longest movie of my life, but it was so cool. But I just remember being in parts like, this is so boring. Like, oh my gosh. But those movies are incredible and they're game changing. You know what I'm saying? But like, don't wait. Like, that's too long.
2
like,
hours.
Come on, guys.
2 hours.
2 hours is
I
good
I
for
think
you.
hour and
and a
50 minutes.
Yeah.
Hour and a half is too short. That's like a comedy. An
Okay.
hour and 30 can be good for a
That's
comedy.
true.
Hour 50
Need a
can
couple
be
more
any
minutes.
movie
You
you
gotta keep
possibly
the
need to
story
make.
and you gotta keep it going, bro.
The plot's got to be there.
The plot's gotta be there, but if it makes sense and it's
Don't
adding to the
put a bunch
story,
of
then
filler.
I'm fine with an hour, 52 hours. I can get through it. I can do it.
What about favorite TV show of all time?
Oh my gosh, dude. There's so many.
Off the cuff.
Jackson Schultz.
Family
one.
Guy. Jackson Schultz's TV show. His sitcom was crazy. Dude,
Jackson went show
he
me
was-
Family Guy.
if Jackson doesn't watch this episode and just, you know what I'm saying,
Ready to tell.
buy me lunch or something, then
Jackson's like doing something crazy now too.
he's a
Exactly.
Cali.
So
He moved to Cali.
he buying me dinner and drinks for this.
Yeah.
I'd say, bro, I love SpongeBob Game Changer. I used to sneak the laptop upstairs. My parents thought I was like sneaking to watch porn, and they were like super afraid, you know, because I was like finally like sneaking off. I was a kid, and they would like check the history, and it was just straight Family Guy videos on YouTube. Like I was like obsessed with watching Family Guy and like sneaking to watch Lil Wayne and stuff.
That's a good one.
So I'd probably say Family Guy was like probably one of my favorite shows growing up because it was just so funny.
You got one more?
Yeah, my last question. 3 snack items you would bring to a movie theater. Like, what are the 3 items?
Like I have to have popcorn. Like if I'm gonna sit in the movie, otherwise
that's
it's
one
like,
of them.
why am I
Bang.
here?
That's a
You're
necessity.
like, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Like this is stupid. Like what am I gonna sit here and just like meat? You know what am I gonna be meat? You know what I'm saying? Just sit here in the movie and just fondle myself? No, I want to eat some popcorn and watch a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like this is stupid. So I need my popcorn. I would like some sour candy. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love sour candy.
I need
It's-
some sour candy.
What is the
Otherwise,
sour
I'm
candy,
cool with
though?
Raisinets. Big Raisinette guy. I know a lot of people think that's gross, but like,
Raisinets are beast.
Raisinets are
People
beast.
hate
my dad,
on Raisinets.
yeah, my dad. I think he always liked them and had them around. So I was like, you know, this is cool. I can deal with this. You know what I'm saying? So I would like candy.
What's the sour candy, though? You
The
got to be
sour
specific.
candy I would like some sour
Skates?
Patch watermelon.
Okay.
And I'm throwing it into the popcorn bucket. I'm throwing it all
That's
in there.
insanity, dude.
The
We're
sour
getting it in.
candy in the
You don't
popcorn?
mix.
I used to go crazy, dog. I used to be able to, I'd put the butter in that bitch, because every single time I leave the theater, right, like you're leaving
Fill
with
it
like
up
a
again.
movie, with like a stomach ache and nausea, and like the icy's hurting your stomach. Oh yeah, so I need an icy, my sour candy, and I need my popcorn.
That's
I
your
like
three.
Easy. And
Love
I would
it.
like some cheddar salt if I can.
You can definitely have
All
cheddar
right,
salt.
now, what year did The Dark Knight come out?
Oh,
More of a trivia than a...
Are you talking about you or Batman?
What do you mean?
Christian
Dark
Bale. Are you Batman?
I'm back. What year do you think the movie The Dark Knight came out?
The original
Christian
one?
Bale, Dark
Christian
Knight.
Bale.
With
Okay.
the Joker.
Oh,
You've been talking about Heath Ledger.
Great question. My fault. I was trying to be funny. I'm
And
not funny.
just try and I'll let you know once you...
I would say,
I'm gonna say like 011.
Oh,
dude, it was game changing. It was
011.
game changing. That's all I had to say. I bet we were in like the 7th or 8th grade, because I remember, right, when the trailer came out and they had that scene where Joker pushes the guy's head through the pencil. Like
Yeah.
that was like in the trailer, and everybody was like, "Whoa!"
I
how did
think
they do
you were
that?"
younger than that. I think I was like 8th grade.
Like, so I remember my friend Brody being like, dude, did you see the scene? This is like gonna be insane. Like, you have to, it's like rated R. So I don't know. Yeah, I probably had to have been like in, I guess if you were in 8th grade,
I think
what?
so.
Dang, that was a little bro for real. I was probably 5th or 6th grade.
05?
Oh, wait.
Whoa.
Oh wait.
Yeah. I think I was in 8th grade.
I was
oh, wait.
dancing
So then
around
what is
it.
this year? We're at 24. So what does that mean?
It's like 16.
16 years.
Sheesh.
That's
So I
that's always
was-
tough.
Do the math. I'm 25 years old.
16 years ago, you were
9.
9.
Yeesh.
What?
Single digits.
That don't even sound right. Don't
No,
that
it
even
doesn't.
sound right?
That's
Like,
why I asked.
that's always how it feels though when you're like, oh, when did Michael Jackson die? And then everyone's like, it was like 15 years ago. And
That's
you're like,
crazy.
hold
Do y'all
up.
remember where you were when Michael Jackson died?
I did
No,
not remember.
I
I
remember
do.
where I was
Where were
when
you at?
Kobe Bryant died.
I remember that too. I was at Lowe's and I said, no, he didn't die. Shut up, Taylor. Stop saying that.
I went to
Right.
pick up a
Okay.
package and I came back and my buddies were sitting on the sofa and they're like, Kobe died. And it was pretty much like what you see with like all these
Weird,
celebrities.
yeah.
Like, Kobe who?
Kobe
Like,
was
it couldn't have been
crazy.
Kobe
I
Bryant.
remember where I was when Mac Miller died too.
I don't remember
sitting
that
in
one.
this room, and with a bunch of my homies in like our crib, like in sophomore year at Georgia, and I started crying. My friends started laughing at me like, "Are you serious?" And they're like, "Oh shit, sorry, bro. Like, damn, we didn't know like you fucked with Mac Miller like that."
Yeah.
I remember being devastated, and then I remember with Michael Jackson. I remember being at this restaurant at the lake, bro. I just remember
Started
finding
crying.
out. Nah, I don't think I cried.
Yeah, that would have been a
I
tough
don't
one to
think
cry to.
They're like, damn, like, did you meet Michael? Are you okay?
Yes.
How
Michael.
long did you know that? Did Michael? I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
All right. I got one more game.
Okay.
But then I'm about wrapped up.
All right.
All right. It's like a Mad Lib.
Okay, cool.
All right. All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for this.
Give me a plural noun.
I don't know what Mad Lib means. Is that just where you fill in the words?
Yeah,
It
you
makes
give
a
me a-
sentence?
The sentence at the end.
You give me
Okay.
a plural noun, and I'll tell you what to give me.
Guys, listen. I used to struggle.
place, thing.
Them grammar trees
You
and
know
shit.
what? Mad Libs kind of scare me too.
He's talking about a noun, pronoun, all these things. I'm like, shit.
Person, place,
Adjective.
thing is a noun. So plural noun is just
So noun, right? Person,
Yeah.
place, or thing.
Yeah.
Let's do.
a plural, so multiple.
I can add an S.
Let's do Caitlyn Jenner.
All right.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Let's just get straight into it. There's multiple Jenners.
It's gotta
So
be
for all the
plural.
Caitlyn Jenners and anybody who's like
I'm gonna
Caitlyn.
do the Jenners since it was plural.
The Jenners.
Okay, the Jenners.
Or-
No, that's boring. Let's do more.
change it.
Oranges.
Let's change it. So it's gonna be
Oranges.
moreable. Let's do. Let's do. Dude.
It's not supposed to be
bro.
this.
yeah.
It's a person, place, or
I
thing.
got about 12 of these.
Clowns.
All right, like
Clowns.
clowns works
Love
really good.
that.
All right, adjective.
What is that? more. It's
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 like
description.
the yellow ball.
Yellow.
So-
Yellow would be the
yellow.
adjective.
Or
Clowns.
funny man.
Let's do turquoise.
Love that.
Okay.
Turquoise turtle.
Should have said velvet.
Give me a proper noun. So that's like like either.
That shit gets confusing. They got all these nouns and shit. Why they got all these branches of nouns? Like, what is this? Jordan, like Nike and shit? Like, this shit's too much. Like, I don't know.
Proper would be like Wix
Like,
Patton.
the king, right? Like, it's somebody you can say cursive or something. Was it in cursive? Like, I don't understand.
Like it just has a capital letter. So like Wix has a capital letter. France has a capital letter.
Let's just do an all-around go. Let's just throw LeBron in the mix.
All right, I like
Let's
LeBron.
go ahead. Let's go ahead and get the
LeBron's a
viewers
good
up real
pronoun.
quick.
All right.
Love it.
Now I need another plural noun. We got to get to the end of this. Y'all are gonna like it when it's done.
Plural
about
now.
12
So
of them.
multiple now, like multiple of what?
Yeah. You can just say noun and then I can add an S, but
Just not Caitlyn Jenner, not a specific person.
yeah, because
It can't be a person.
No, this is not. It's not proper.
So it's a regular noun.
Yeah.
And like, it's not plural.
Just give me a noun.
So confused, bro.
Person, place, or thing. Throw it out.
Okay. Yeah, y'all gotta keep saying that. Y'all remember what I did before this podcast when we were chopping it up. Okay. Person, place, or thing. Let's do a thing. Let's do a bouncy ball.
All right,
Bouncy
I like that. That's a
balls.
good one. Bouncy balls.
Bouncy balls. Nice. Partner's pizza. That's what I think of when I think about
All right.
That's good.
Adjective. I'm gonna need 3 adjectives in a row here. Those are the next
Yes,
3.
throw out
What? Remember adjective.
color.
Description.
Color. Velvet.
Velvet's good.
Neon.
Neon's good. Lots of
You can
keys.
do like funny.
Is funny a color?
The funny boy.
I thought this all was colors.
It's about describing a thing.
Oh,
so,
describing.
Oh man, but that was all the time.
Let's do.
Descriptive word.
Let's do fruity.
Fruity's
there
good.
you go.
All right. That's
I
my
only said
adjectives.
funnier stuff. I'm over here like.
Noun.
Colors.
I need a noun.
Maroon.
Then I need 2 proper nouns. So regular noun first.
Person, place, or thing.
Yep.
Yeah, sir.
That's right.
Let's do a place, dude.
Yeah.
Let's do Wixtopia.
Wixtopia.
Love that.
That could be
Huge
a
fan of
good
that
fit.
area.
All right, now 2 proper nouns. Those are back to the capital
To the
letters.
cursive and
Names. Places that. yeah, the cursive
Great
shit.
Britain.
Specific places. Let's do what's the name of the podcast again? One more time.
Movie night.
Let's do the movie night room.
All right.
Huge. Let's do. Let's do a bar mitzvah.
Love
I'm
that.
not Jewish, but let's just
Bar mitzvah's
throw that in
good.
the mix. That'd be a good time. I'd love to pull up and just party. And then let's do.
I think that's it for those 2.
Okay, cool.
All right, now I need a verb. 2 verbs in a row.
Verb is like what you're
Action.
doing. Action of what you're
Jump, run.
Hump.
All right. All right, another verb.
French kiss. This is gonna be insane.
doing. Yeah, that's gonna be funny.
Let's just see where this
All right.
goes.
And then I need a noun. One last noun.
Person, place, or thing.
But not like an actual person.
No,
Can-
not a proper one.
Yeah.
We're so
Person.
close.
There's so
Place
many nouns
or
in this
thing.
room right now. So many things.
Okay. Let's do prosthetic leg.
Love
Prosthetic
that.
leg. And then let's get a nickname. This is the last one.
All right, hold on.
We've talked about some nicknames.
We said some really good ones.
That's some good
Me?
nicknames.
I thought about me. I thought about Big Cheese.
Big
I
Cheese.
love Big Cheese.
But I'm like, this is my last chance.
That's true.
Let's think about a nickname. You know, I get all the time. Let's think about Daddy. Let's think about Legend. Legend. The Comeback Kid.
It's just what people call
Good
me on the
company.
daily.
Good
Yeah, it's just
company.
like, you know what I'm saying. I guess we just can do. We can just do Big Cheese.
Big
I
Cheese
love
is
Big
good fit.
Cheese.
All
Keep
right,
it simple.
that's the end.
Okay, I'm glad we made it.
All right.
All right, the
The
name of
Mad
this game.
Lib.
The name of this game is Wix Lib.
Wix
100
is
Clowns by Turquoise Wix Patton. And LeBron don't really like my bouncy balls, but tell me I'm a be velvet. Cause I've been feeling neon all day, but tell me everything been fruity.
Bro, you shouldn't have told me to do the color thing. I got caught up on my color.
We just gave you the option.
Really very neon. Yeah, no.
Cause you've been
No,
on my Wixtopia all the
Hey.
time.
What?
But tell me why won't you be mine? Like everything I did for movie night was was to tell your bar mitzvah what you meant to me.
That's awesome.
Because I know you've been humping all about me all night long. We've been French kissing till about 3.
That's good. That was a good line.
And it's not a prosthetic leg to you, baby. Now tell me, Big Cheese, won't you sing?
Do you know? Like,
Yo, let's get a round of applause.
isn't
for
that one
bro.
of your songs?
Yeah. I took
What?
it from 100 miles.
What song?
100 miles, and I took the lyrics.
I was like,
Was that from the song?
I was like, I didn't even think Wix.
Say
was
it one
like,
more time. Say the song. Say the Mad Lib one more time.
I was like, I don't think Wix knows that this is happening right
No,
now.
I didn't.
All right, I said this game is called Wix Lib, and this is 100 Clowns by Turquoise Wix Patton. And LeBron don't really like my bouncy balls, but tell him I'm a bee velvet. Because I've been feeling neon all day, but tell him everything been fruity. Because you've been on my Wixtopia all the time, but tell me why won't you be mine?
Bye.
Like everything I did, like everything I did for movie night was to tell your bar mitzvah what you meant to me. Because I know you've been humping all about me all night long. We've been French kissing till about
Round
3.
3. Let's go.
And it's not a prosthetic leg to you, baby.
Baby.
Now tell me, Big Cheese, won't you sing?
All right, I'm glad to go.
Dude, that was a hit, bro. That's a remix.
That's a remix.
All right, y'all. I
Had a
think
good
that's
time,
a
man.
podcast.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
guys for having me.
Thank you for
Yeah,
coming,
Wix, thank
Wix.
you for coming. This was a blast.
Yeah, we had a
Hey,
good
man,
time.
if
Well,
you
I'm
made
having
it-
you back.
Hey man, if you made it this far, I just want to say I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for just having me on the channel, man. Thank y'all for listening. This camera. This camera.
What's the next big thing for Wix Patton? What's coming out next? What do we?
February.
It sounds like Hot Ones right now.
February 29th. Yeah, this camera. February 29th. I'll have a concert at 40 Watt in Athens, Georgia. Like Nirvana's performed there, Rapper Road, a bunch of legendary rock venue. I'd love for y'all to come. Anybody that wants to come out, hit me up. And thank you guys again for
Awesome,
having me
man.
out here,
Thanks
man.
for
I
Love
coming.
appreciate
that,
y'all
dude.
so
Thank you
much.
for coming. This
That
was a
was
blast. All right, we gotta be quiet one more time.
Movie night. Movie night.
The cup.